All right. Sorry about the delay, guys. I think we are live now at this point. YouTube's always a little bit weird. Always a little bit weird getting things going, but I think we are live at this point, right? I think we are live. Justin with the Jojo! Let's go.
How's it going? I was listening to a discussion about the next Xbox and PS6 and I think I'm officially done. I know I will miss out on some games, but I'm just sticking with Switch 2 only. Also, the Pokopia addiction continues. Lol.
Did you do the event? Like that event caught me off guard because I forgot about it, and I forgot there's gonna be events, which the events in Pokopia are significantly better, in my opinion, than the events in Animal Crossing, because you actually get Pokemon in those events. And like when you do the events, like you go to the Dream Worlds and you get the Pokemon, and then like there's actually like a real reward instead of I just got a T set, you know, so then you can get a Pokemon with certain abilities and things like that that can help you do certain stuff in your town. So it's like way better. I never did events in Animal Crossing. Like I don't think I ever did a single event in Animal Crossing. So yeah, anyway there. But yeah, it's awesome. I did not know that the Ravens backed out of the Max Crosby's trade. That's crazy. I hope the Niners get him. If that is true, I hope the Niners pick him up, because that'd be awesome. But if that's going to be the price, I'm not sure if the Niners should pay 2 first-round draft picks for him. Shout outs to Justin. Thank you for the 10 on both boards. First donor of the stream and a JoJo. Yo, let's go. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. 60 hours into Pokopia so far. And good evening. Nice. I think I'm like 10 hours, maybe 8 to 10 hours. I've been kind of taking it slow, building my little village. I haven't really been progressing the story too much. I've just been kind of, like I said, playing an hour here, an hour there. Like I haven't been putting in like a big chunk of time yet. But I will. This weekend I will. This morning I played Xenoblade. I played Xenoblade Chronicles X for like a good hour and a half today. This morning. I did work early in the morning, then I played a bit of Xenoblade, then I took care of my boy, then I worked out right now, and then I got to the stream. But yeah, I like it. It's been great, man. So much fun. Yeah, people are saying rip to the general direct, but I'm not sure if that's the case either, which we're going to talk about today. I don't think that means just because they date a game that we already knew about last year in September, that means that they're not going to do a direct beforehand. So I wouldn't count it out just yet. I would wait to see what happens. That's usually the smart thing to do. Wait and see. Instead of making broad assumptions. I personally wouldn't, just because, once again, if they do, then people are like, well, I thought they did this. It's like, well, no, we don't know what they're going to do. So yeah, so I would wait. That's the reason why I put it in the title, like, because I see a lot of people saying, I'm like, we should wait, man. If I were you guys, I would wait. We don't know what they're gonna do. We do not know what they're gonna do. No, not Crosby to the Broncos. Well, you know, if he goes to somewhere, just keep it out of the NFC. Just keep it in the AFC. If that's the case, then keep it in the AFC. Let's see here. Unless it's to the Niners, of course. Let's hear. What's up, David V? Welcome. What's up, Cryptic? Welcome. What's up, General Zamora? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? What is good? What is good? What is good? So, what is good? What is good? Let's see here. Hi, OJ. Much love from London. Hope you're good. Been playing Blueprints on Switch 2. Incredible game. Yeah, it's pretty good, right? Yoshi looks dated, but I don't know. It doesn't actually. It actually looks really cool. It looks really cool. I like the animation and art style because it reminds me of Yoshi, Super Mario World 2. I mean, then again, wait a minute. Maybe it does look dated then, right? Okay, maybe that's a good thing. Because it reminds me of Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. And I love that art style. I don't like paper crafted worlds and, you know, woolies. And I don't like all that art style. Give me the old school art style. So yeah, maybe it does look dated. That's a good thing though. Maybe that's a good thing. What's up, party man? Welcome. Let's see here. Sentenced to another 3 months of Nintendo Directs aren't special. Any more videos? Yeah, I know, seriously. What's up, guys? Triple seven OG, double OG. Dioris here. What's good, guys? General Zamora is also here. What's good? Leaf Storm, Alvin C is here. What's good? What is good? What is good? Shout outs. What is good? What is good? Big love to everybody here. Thanks for coming out to the stream today. So I really love the book animations and chapters a lot for Yoshi. It's with the art all together. Yeah, like to me, it's a much better art direction than like wool or yarn and all that. Like I also like the scope of the game. Yoshi's Woolly World and Yoshi Yarn Thingy or Craft the like they're Yoshi's bigger and the levels seem more compact as you scroll. This one it seems like it's more zoomed out and more of an adventure. So like Yoshi does more things potentially on the screen because Yoshi's smaller. So it reminds me once again of like Yoshi, Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. And I love that game. That's still my favorite Yoshi game. To me, it's still the best Yoshi game ever made. So if they can make anything that looks and plays more like that, which I don't know if this game plays like that, but if they can make things more look like that weird kind of like drawing / book and you know whatever, right? Like drawing type of animation, that to me is much better than like wool or yarn or paper or whatever that they're doing with the previous few Yoshi games. Like the DS or 3DS Yoshi games, I wasn't into those either. You know, those weren't necessarily great. Just really for me, Yoshi's Story and like Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island, those are like the only two that I really enjoyed. Actually, Yoshi's Story not even that much on N64. It was alright, but like for me, just really that one game on the Super Nintendo, that's it. What's up, Kinesis? Welcome. Let's see. They made Yoshi black. I know a certain side of YouTube isn't gonna like that. What the hell are you talking about, brother? Yoshi's green, and then there's multiple different colors of Yoshis. I have no idea what you're talking about. Yoshi kind of looked like the stat on the Mario Galaxy movie. The stat on the Mario Galaxy movie. What does that mean? Let's see here. Yoshi graphics are amazing. I'm curious to see more gameplay. Yo, what's up, man? Welcome. What is good? What is good? What's up, J Views? Welcome. What is good? But I'm not sure what you're talking about, like the stat on the Mario Galaxy movie. I don't know. I didn't see the latest trailer, so if it's referring to anything on the latest trailer, I didn't see that. Viz says, I love the Yoshi game. Looks so unique in terms of gameplay. Yes, it does. Oh, he's talking about, okay, the Yoshi. Okay, Yoshi on the movie. Okay. Yeah, a voice actor doesn't mean that the character actually is. Believe it or not, I know it's a joke. He's joking around. Believe it or not, different color characters can voice different colors. I mean, it's just, you know, Kratos was a black guy right?
Something
So
cool
it's
if
not
you
actually
click on
black.
the Mario card on the Nintendo Today app, it shows you how old you were when the games came out. Also, I'm glad Unique Yoshi is back. Some people actually complained about the price because it means less content.
It's I guess it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't until the game comes out, right, Justin? Shout out to Justin with the double JoJo's. We ain't in JoJo Friday, but we out here stacking up the JoJo's. Thank you so much, Justin, once again, striking that first Ninja Blood, and also extending the Hokage lead and the Street Ninja lead to 20. Anybody that's 20 or more, Udo Budos, Blast, you can pass it, my man Justin. 20 on the combo board, and we've got our first 15-minute extension on today's stream.
Overclock Buster!
So thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. Shout out to Justin. Shout out to everybody here. Next one up, 10 more combos. We got a 30-minute extension tonight. We'll get a solid 3 hours. We already got a solid 2 hours and 15. Shout out to my man Justin, like always. Big love to Uncario. What's up, Uncario? Welcome. Egomaniac. What is good, Egomaniac? Welcome. But no, I see what you were saying there. I get it. You know, Yoshi, voiced by a black dude. I get it. Let's see here. Good evening. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not in a hurry for the direct right now. I'm more focused on Pokopia and some other games. I'm not really in a hurry for a direct. Obviously, if they do one, that's fine. But I mean, I've got plenty of games to play, and obviously, Yoshi just got dated for about 2 months out, a little bit over 2 months out. So there's plenty of stuff to play. For me, at least, you know, I've got a lot. Plus, there's also, I'm playing Super Mario Bros. Wonders, the Switch 2 edition. I'm gonna be playing that for like the new courses and like the Toad Brigade and the Koopalings. That's what I'm gonna be playing that for. I'll see about the online too. And then of course Pragmata. That's in April. I'm gonna be really excited to play Pragmata. Also, I'm gonna be playing a PS5 game in March coming up pretty soon here. Crimson Desert is coming out, so I think I'm gonna be playing that. I want to see the reviews. I want to see how the game goes, but I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna buy a copy of Crimson Desert or get a review copy of Crimson Desert. So I want to check out that game on PS5. That's why I put PS5 games in the title too, because I want to play that game. So I've got a lot / plenty to play when it comes to it. What's up with this? Okay, I'm about to say, what's up with the music? Why isn't it playing? All right, here we go. What's up, Snowy Town? Welcome. I'm really hyped for Yoshi and Galaxy movie, although I do hope Nintendo finally brings back Wario Land. We'll see. I mean, Wario Land would be a nice one to bring back. Wario Land. You guys can let me know what games you would want to see Nintendo bring back. I got something on me. I think there's some like spot or something. What is that? Whatever. Yeah, let me know what games you guys want to see Nintendo bring back, and I'll talk about them, and I'll give you guys a probability of that happening. Wario Land, I think that's possible. I think that's a 50-50 shot for Wario Land. So give me your Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation. Give me whatever games you guys want or what you guys think that they can bring back or you hope, and I'll give you guys the probability based off of my own personal opinion. How about that? Let's see. Crimson Desert looks like something Grok would generate. Would AI generate? It does and it doesn't, because it actually looks like people worked on it too. It doesn't look as fake as like Pikmin or Palworld. It looks significantly better than those games. You know, so you can tell that there's a human touch to that game. But yeah, it does look like if you told, hey Grok, make me the most awesome game ever with all the best elements from every single game in the last decade, I think Crimson Desert would say, okay, well, let me try to do this. You can control stuff like Ultra Hand. You can fly in the skies like Tears of the Kingdom. You can fight combat like The Witcher. You can, you know, it just seems crazy. You know, it just seems wild. Eternal Darkness, that's dead unless there's a remake or remaster. Punch Out is dead unless there's a remake or remaster. Kid Icarus is dead unless there's a remake or remaster. Prices needs to bring back Killzone or Resistance Fall of Man. Killzone dead unless there's a remake or remaster. Resistance also dead unless there's a remake or remaster. Steve says Star Fox. Star Fox is 50-50. I do think that there will be a new Star Fox game sometime in the generation of the Switch 2. Definitely not a lack of third-party games. Mario Wonder DLC is going to be nice at the end of March. Yes, there's definitely plenty of third-party games. I want 3D Mario to come back. Do you think the probability of coming back? I'm scared I'll never returning. Yeah, Party Man. That'll be the end of Party Man as we know it, if that was the case. Unless they get Resistance and Killzone, Nick, can only come back is if Guerrilla wants to go back to it. I don't know if they want to go back to it. I think they're going to stick with another Horizon game, or if they outsource it. That's why I think that it was stupid that they didn't use Bluepoint to just remaster Killzone 2 and 3. You could have just remastered Killzone 2 and 3 and threw that on the PS5, and that would have been a perfect $60 release, or $70. You could probably even charge $70 for it. Just remaster them. 4K 120 FPS. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. Have you seen it running on PC at 4K and like 100? It looks insane. That's all they needed to do. Resistance or Killzone, and they didn't do it. So we'll see though. Luigi's Mansion, I think probably soon. Luigi's Mansion, I think they're gonna announce that within the next couple of years. So within this year or next year, I don't think it makes it past year 3 of the Switch 2 without that being announced. NFL Street is dead because EA's creatively bankrupt. So yeah, NFL Street's dead. Tokyo Mirage Sessions, that franchise is dead. That's never coming back. We got our Switch remaster. That franchise is dead. We'll never see it again. When it comes to like a brand new game in that series, it's done. It also wrapped up completely. So like if you beat the game, you know what I'm talking about. I think we can still get a direct this month. It's definitely this month. It's definitely possible. Would you think Eternal Darkness could just get ported to the NSO? Yes. Eternal Dark, probably just like an NSO drop, yeah. It's amazing how similar Sky Islands looked at Tears. LOL, they got the Ultra Hand. Yep. Crimson Desert looks pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. I gotta admit, I'm looking forward to checking it out if it's good. That is. So, Ice Climbers is dead. Wario Land, like I said, is 50-50. I think they're gonna have something Wario Land at some point. Sly Cooper is dead except for like a remake or a remaster. Gravity Rush is dead, but I do think that they will remaster the games for PS5 at some point because there's a movie, if that movie still comes out. Geist is dead. They're never gonna bring that back unless like GameCube NSO, but that franchise is dead. Sin and Punishment has a possibility of coming back. That's Treasure, but it's very unlikely. So I would probably put that at 20% or less. Bro, if 3D Mario never came back, I would be a sad man. That'd be sad, man. That'd be super sad. I'm going to say Ice Climbers either are the Orbital devs or Split Fiction devs. Nintendo won't let them do it, and there will be no Ice Climbers from either of those devs. They're not going to... They wouldn't want to do that either. So, it's not happening. They had to announce the new Yoshi game on Mario Day. I wouldn't say that means there's no direct... yeah, I agree, Sonic. I agree with you on that one. Infamous Remake is definitely needed. Infamous Remake could have been something that Blue Point could have done as well. That's also a complete waste. They could have just done Infamous. Jak and Daxter. Jak and Daxter will return at some point. I don't know when, but there will be a Jak and Daxter. Somebody will make it. They'll get somebody to make it. I'm guessing when Sony gets their handheld going, I think they'll probably try to optimize a game and make it for handheld play and have like a cheaper game, like a $50 game or something, and like let an outside studio do Jak and Daxter. But I do think Jak and Daxter. So I'm gonna go ahead and say 40%, 40% or lower, 40% for that one. Why no Super Mario 3D Land 2 or Wario 3? I'll get that right after this donation. Shoutouts to Justin. Oh my gosh, triple JoJo's.
Who's making the Yoshi game? Is it good feel? It doesn't look like it. Also, I want
I
a
don't know.
2D Kirby game with a completely different style than Star Allies, kinda like a start of a new 2D Kirby era.
Yes, I would like more like an anime style Kirby 2D game. I think that'd be fun. I have no idea who's making it. It could be good feel, but I'm not really sure who's making that one. Shoutouts to Justin. Triple the manual California Smash. You guys give some up to Justin. Combo breaks and single-handedly getting us to the overclock on here. 30-minute extension. Let's go.
Overclock Buster!
So much, Justin. Appreciate that.
Overclock Buster!
Let's go. Big love. Next one up, 45, and we'll have a 45-minute extension. Why no Super Mario 3D Land 2? Because they already got Super Mario 3D Land 2 is already a thing. It's called Super Mario 3D World. It's exactly like 3D Land, but more. That is literally Super Mario 3D Land 2. Wario 3. Didn't we already have a Wario 3? Which Wario game are you talking about? Naughty Dog ain't making Jak and Daxter as long as Junkman is at top. Yeah, that's why I said a different company. That's why I said an outside company would make Jak and Daxter. Midnight Club is dead. Rockstar does not see any money in that unless they get an outside company to do it. Chrono Trigger is coming back. I just don't know when, but it's coming back. No, there won't be an announcement tomorrow. A Chrono Trigger announcement will come like at a Nintendo Direct. Super Mario, Xenoblade Chronicles X2, Xenoblade Chronicles X. That branch of Xenoblade games is done. It's done. So, Devil Survivor could come back in some way, shape, or form. When's the GOAT Mass Effect coming back? Well, they're working on it. We don't know when it's coming, but they're working on it, so we'll see. So that's the Justin. Oh my goodness. Anybody that's 30 or more, you can put Justin on the board, or you can tie him up. 10, time up on the Ninja board as well. Let's go. Big love to Justin, man. Let me get you some Kirby music as well, too, while we're at it. Kirby music. Kirby music. How about some Fountain? You know we gotta play the Fountain of Dreams. Let's see here. I would pay $80 for the next Sly Cooper 4. It probably wouldn't be that much, so, but yeah. We definitely need a new Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur sales have tailed off considerably. They'd have to bring something new to the table for them to be confident in Soul Calibur, but I do think that a new Soul Calibur game will come within the next 2 to 3 years. Let's see here. Famicom Detective Club. They already just had new Famicom Detective Club games. I mean, or they just had, like, I don't think they're going to do anything else with that. They just had, and they just had Emio, right? So, yeah, that's done. Yoshi game looks, yes, the Yoshi game looks really good. Wario 3D Land. Yeah, I talked about Wario. I already mentioned Wario Land. I said that Wario Land could probably come back in the next few years. Yeah, I see that, like 2D, the 2D game. In terms of items in Pokopia, I have to create several storage boxes. Yes. I got the big storage box, too. You got to get the big ones that are as well. Let's see. FF9 Remake Remaster. That's apparently still in the works. We'll see about that. A new Rayman. They already confirmed the new Rayman, so that's already being worked on. Watch my videos, Aaron. Watch all my videos. Has anyone made the Fire Emblem 4 remake joke? Nobody's made it yet, but you can do it. You can do it. Happy Mario Day, everyone. What's up, Mask On, Mask Off? Welcome. Hope Orbitals gets dated in the proper direct. There's no shot they drop a date through Nintendo Today app. They're probably just going to just announce the date on Twitter at some point because it was already in the direct. So we'll see what happens, though. Yeah, we don't have a solid set release date for that, but I know it's like summer, right? For Orbitals. Wave Race. Wave Race is dead, but I wouldn't... Like, I could probably see Wave Race coming back like F-Zero 99 came back. Like, maybe like Wave Race 99 or something like that. You know, so... Hey, what's up, Shot X? Do we even trust EA or BioWare at this point? Not really, but I mean, they're the ones who own Mass Effect, so what can you do? What can you do? New Breath of Fire to rinse out the taste of Dragon Quarter. Breath of Fire's dead, but you never know. But you never know. But it's Ubisoft, who knows if it'll get canceled. I'm just saying that it's already been announced, though. I mean, like, people, I'm talking about games that are like, what's the possibility of there being an announcement of something, right? Like that they announce something and that it comes out. So I'm not talking about the probability of something that's already been announced and then it's going to get canceled because you don't like Ubisoft. I'm saying we're talking about games that have not been announced yet and the probability of there being an announcement and it coming back. They've already announced Ubisoft's Rayman game. So that's not something that we need to say, oh, now we need to speculate, well, it's going to get canceled. They've already announced it. So we wait for the announcement, and if they cancel it, they cancel it. But for right now, it's a real thing. So they're working on it. So there you go, you know. I'm not here to speculate on announced games that could be canceled. That's not the point. Let's see here. I'll settle for Legendary Edition on Switch 2, to be honest. That'd be nice. I'm down for Legendary Edition on Switch 2. I am down. I am down. I think meant Nier. Nier already got teased. So we should be seeing a new Nier announcement probably sometime this year or next year. Kirby Puzzle League. That'd be fun, I guess, right? Kind of like, you know, new MGS. They just did Metal Gear Solid Delta. They just did the collection, and they're doing MGS 4 with Peace Walker. I don't see a new MGS anytime soon, but it's definitely possible considering they've done so much remakes and remasters of MGS games. I'm guessing they're getting something ready, but I don't know when it's going to be announced. Uncharted could be after the intergalactic game that they're doing. Maybe after. So probably sometime in the PS6 era, we'll get a new Uncharted game, like a reboot of Uncharted. Astral Chain 2 is dead until further notice. I'm guessing that we're just going to get a Switch 2 edition of Astral Chain, like a 4K 60 FPS update. I don't think there's going to be a sequel at this point, unless something changes at Platinum or something changes with Nintendo. Yeah, I already talked about Sly Cooper. That's dead. I don't see it coming back unless it's like a remake or a remaster. Yeah, they can definitely drop a date on Twitter. I'd be fine with that. Keta, South of Midnight, anything is possible. But Orbitals being a new IP, I hope they give it a spotlight. Yeah, I mean, they did already give it a spotlight once. And I mean, it's gotten 2 spotlights now. It got a spotlight in the Game Awards, and it got a spotlight in the Nintendo Direct. So I think it's more just about getting the solid release date, having the release trailer for like the launch date trailer, and then, or like, you know, overview trailer, and then going from there. Because I mean, it's already gotten 2 pretty big, you know, showcases already. So I don't know if it's going to be in the 3rd one. I mean, it could, but, you know, we'll see. Spontaneous Chrono Trigger announcement tomorrow for its anniversary. I don't think so. But, I mean, if they do, that'd be great. Let's see, we need a South of Midnight sequel. I mean, South of Midnight just came out last year, so I think it's too early for a sequel. So let them cook a little bit. So I mean, it might come at some point. High Guard 2. I mean, we didn't even get High Guard 1. We got like High Guard 0.5. They didn't even finish all the content that they wanted to do for High Guard 1. So, I mean, before we even get, can we get High Guard 1? We didn't even get all that. Let's see, what about a sequel to Super Mario RPG? I think that's probably the best route to go. From the sales numbers that we know of, Super Mario RPG sold best out of the RPG, the back-to-back-to-back RPGs. So from Thousand Year Door, Brothership, and Super Mario RPG. Super Mario RPG sold best from what we know. Now, Thousand Year Door has been on sale a couple of times, and so has Super Mario RPG. So maybe, Thousand Year Door passed up Super Mario RPG. But for what we know, Super Mario RPG sold 3+ million units, and it's been selling. So I think that's the most logical conclusion, would be to make Super Mario RPG 2. But you'd obviously have to involve Square Enix with that. So I mean, they might not want to do that. They just might want to just go with like maybe like a real Paper Mario RPG. So we'll see. High Guard the prequel. I mean, we got the prequel. That was the content that was we got the prequel and the 0.05 or 0.5. We already got that. No, I didn't get my movie tickets because I'm just gonna go like on a school day, when there's no kids around. So, nope. Can't lie, I forgot they showed the TGA's thing. My bad, Jeff. Oh no, it's all good. It was actually revealed at the TGA's. That's the first that we even saw of Orbitals, which in my opinion, I wouldn't have done it there. I think they wanted to do it there. I don't know if they paid for that trailer. I'm guessing they didn't because it was a brand new game. But I mean, I think they should have waited till the Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase, and it should have been announced there. I don't think it should have been. There's no reason for it to be announced in December at the Keighley's award show. I think it should have been announced at the Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase, and then go from there. But that's just me, because they still don't have a solid release date for the game. So you could have whittled it down to like summer or whatever, right? Here's the thing, summer instead of just 2026, and then now it's summer. Like, you could have just did it right there, but I think they wanted it there, so that's fine. There's a lot of eyes on the game, so more publicity could not hurt, unless it's High Guard, I guess. Yeah, High Guard's going offline soon. Gauntlet Dark Legacy port with online, great game, especially with friends. Yeah, it's a really good game. I never really liked it too much, but I did play it with my friends. But I was not a huge fan of it, but I played it. Let's see, I met one of the only good trailers at the Game Awards. Oh, okay. I thought the Game Awards was okay. I mean, it's always, you know what you're getting with the Keighley show, you know? Crimson Desert is Tears of the Kingdom on steroids. I'm not sure if it's that yet until we play the game. I don't think it's that yet until we play it. I doubt it's going to have as much physics stuff as Tears of the Kingdom. So I doubt it's going to be that, but I think there's going to be some cool elements with the game. Let's see here. Yo, Johnny with the $5 super chat. Yo, thank you so much, Johnny. I appreciate that. Super chat, super sticker. 35 on the board. We are only 10 combos away. One JoJo away from a 45-minute extension on today's stream. Let's go. Rip Golden Sun. Golden Sun, there's been rumors about Golden Sun, and I think that now maybe after Mario Tennis, maybe it's going to happen. We'll see. Justin with another 10. Let's go.
Talk about what the next generation looks like, because I just don't know, man.
Yeah, let's get into that. We'll get back to you guys' comments on different games. Justin, first of all, thank you so much for the big love, man. I appreciate that. Holy smokes. 45 on the board. Justin carrying us to the 45-minute extension. 40 on the board. Anybody else 40 more? Good, man. Justin on the board. Stream Ninja Stream Hokage, 10 for that. 4 JoJo's. Let's go. 15 more combos. And we are at 1 hour on the extension. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate that, Justin. Appreciate Johnny and Justin coming through. Let's go. So yeah, let me talk about that. Sorry, Justin, I did not explain your comment when you talked about the stuff. Yeah, I don't know about next gen either. It just seems like everything's more powerful, and I get that more power is good, but I think the biggest problem for me is the pricing. Like, listen guys, I'm very blessed, I'm very fortunate You know, I live in a cheap area or cheaper area. You know, I'm not an extravagant person. I just do my best, and I do have a bit of income that's disposable to pay for video games and for systems, and I can expense things. So I'm not gonna act like I can't get what I want when I need it. Now, obviously I can't buy a bunch of cars and big houses and stuff. Obviously I can't do that. But when it comes to video games, I can get what I want. But it is starting to get a little bit ridiculous because I just spent $800 something on a PS5 Pro. Like, I just spent $800 plus on a PS5 Pro. Like, and the thing about the PS5 Pro, while it's awesome and it's very good, like, I see high-end PCs, like I see Resident Evil, and I see people talk about, oh my gosh, look at the reflection on the car compared to the PS5 Pro. And I'm like, well, that has a reflection too. Or, oh my god, look at the extra water detail on the guy's boot, on the zombie's boot. I'm like, well, it looks fine. I didn't even notice that on my PS5 Pro when I played Resident Evil. Sure, I could notice the graphics with the Switch too. It's a hybrid system. That makes sense. But with the PS5 Pro, I don't notice all these people that are saying, oh my god, I got a graphics card 50, 90, 70, 80. You know, it's like, I don't care. It's not even that much better. And I get it. There's the crazy PC guys. They're going to say, no, it is way better. Sure, whatever. But is it worth a $1,000 Helix system or a $1,000 PS5 or PS6? I don't think so. Like I said, the PS5 Pro is $750 plus tax plus your disc drive if you want to play your backwards compatible PS4 or physical PS5 games. Yeah, with tax and all that, that's $800. You know, that's because I got it before the price increase, so I got it at $700 plus the California tax. Shout outs. Plus the California tax plus the disc drive. It came out to $800 something with the tax. So it's, to me, I don't feel like I need anything else. Like, developers are going to support the PS5 Pro. Sony just did the whole new PSRR, PSSS, USSSR Zangief update. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, update. So that's good enough. That's good enough for me. Because I'm not noticing, because like everyone's saying, oh, it's going to look like a 40, 80, or 50 graphics card. Well, I don't know the difference between a 5080 graphics card and Resident Evil Requiem on my PS5 Pro, and I've seen the comparisons. It's not enough. So, is the PS6 going to be able to top the high-end graphics cards? Probably not. So, I don't get the point right now. You know? I do not get the point. At all. I don't. So, I just want to play games. Justin, I'm with you. I bought my PS5 Pro because I felt the same way. Like, I was feeling like the graphics are good enough. And honestly, my PS5 was actually fine. It is just because I accidentally kicked my PS5 and it broke the HDMI to capture footage. So I was like, let me just go and get the PS5 Pro before there's a price increase. And there was a price increase. So I just got it. And I was thinking, okay, I can just use the PS5 Pro. You know, the problem with the PS4 was that a lot of the frame rates were 30 FPS on PS4. So I wanted to upgrade to PS5 so I can get that 60 FPS for a lot of games. But the thing with the PS5 is that most of the games are 60 FPS. Even the most graphically intense games are 60 FPS. You know, so hell, you get 120 FPS on Monster Hunter Stories 3. So I'm good. I don't think I need anything, you know. So I don't think that there's no need for me, at least. There's no need for me. Now, once the PS6 comes out, or like they start showing it and they show like the power and all the technology, yeah, there's gonna be FOMO attached to it, but they have to support the PSSR or the PSS, whatever it's called. They have to support their NVIDIA upscaling, their version of it upscaling. They have to do that for the games, and developers are gonna take advantage of that. I mean, a PS5 Pro seems to me like a good investment right now, because I don't know how much the PS6 is going to cost, because you can't have the PS5 Pro be $750 and then have the PS6 come out less than it. Is Sony going to drop the price of the PS5 Pro within the next year or two? I don't think so. The component costs aren't coming down. RAM cost isn't coming down. The PS5 Pro uses incredible RAM. You know, it uses very fast, high quality RAM and a good high quality SSD. So those prices aren't coming down within the next year or so. So the PS6, it literally has to be priced at the same price or higher than the PS5 Pro, or the PS5 Pro needs to get a nice price drop, at least a minimum of $50 down to $700, so the PS6 can be, because like People are saying, oh, the PS6 is going to be $600. How? So then if the PS6 is $600, that means the PS5 Pro was a mega scam. I called it a scam because of the disk drive, not because of the power of the system. I called it a scam because of the disk drive. I felt that with the premium system, it should come with the disk drive. That's the reason why I said it was a scam. Not because the system is like the power or anything. So, but if they come out with the PS6 and it's significantly stronger than the PS5 Pro, and it's somehow $150 cheaper than the launch, like, no, there's no way that you can justify that because costs aren't coming down. RAM cost isn't coming down. Unless there's a breakthrough with technology, that's not happening. So to me, I don't understand how they're going to do it. That's why they want to delay it, but I don't understand how they're going to get it done. I really don't understand how they're going to do it, you know? I don't know. Yeah, the USSSSSR, you know, Zangief's theme. Back when it's USSSSSSSR. That's what me and my brother used to make fun of that whenever we go to Zangief or the Russia. USSSSSSSR. Are you saying PS6 launch you won't buy it? I don't think so. I don't think I'm gonna buy it at launch because I don't think there's any reason to, because I just spent $800 on a PS5 Pro. Once again, if it's cheaper, if it's a $600 system, the PS5 Pro is one of the biggest scams of all time. I don't see how they can do it, you know? Or, I mean, I can trade in my PS5 Pro and get a PS6. I mean, I could do something like that, but I don't see myself buying it day one unless there's some type of incredible game that's PS6 only that I need to have. But, I mean, I'm guessing most of the games will be also on PS5. But I'm pretty sure Sony will have at least one exclusive to try to sell people on the PS6 at launch, you know? If you go to GameStop for your PS5 Pro for $300 or $500 trade-in for old PS5, I enjoy the PS6 new tech, see what it can do, though. I like to see what your tech can do. I wouldn't mind if it came out. Okay, well, there you go. But once again, listen, that's fine, but we're talking from a core gamer standpoint. If you're talking like a lot of the PS5's base is like Madden, FIFA, all that, and like a lot of these people just bought a PS5 like a year or two ago. Remember, the chip shortage severely limited the amount of PS5s. In the last 3 years, the PS5 has expanded its install base way more than the first couple of years because there was chip shortages. Sony just wasn't able to sell as many PS5s as they would like. Now, once we got to about 2022, that's when PS5s are becoming more available. A lot of the 90+ million that Sony has sold has been in the last 3 years. The first 2 years was like, not even barely 30 million, right? It was definitely like around 30 million or so in the first couple of years. But then the last 3 years, it's been like 60 million, like in the last 3 years or so. So it's going on 6 years now. But for the 5 years as they've tracked, like the first 2 years were not crazy years. Those were not 25 million plus selling years. Those were like, I think 1 year was like 11 million or 12, something like that. The other year was like 17 million. Like it wasn't like the bulk of the install base came from the first couple of years. It was the last 3 years that the install base expanded. And that's what I was trying to tell Mr. AJ or Lee Strong when we had our debate about it. I was like, listen, man, like the PS5 in the first couple of years, chip shortage plus just, you know, game lineup. There's a number of things that people were looking at. It wasn't until, like, it's not really a 5-year-old system. It's really more like a 3-year-old system, maybe. And like people are still just getting into PS5, you know? So people are buying PS5 Pros right now, you know? So right now, I don't think it's a good idea for a PS6. Now, once again, they might still want to get to it next year in 2027 or 2028. That's fine. I just don't see people rushing out and buying PS6 right now. I don't see that with the economy, how it is. And what people said about the Switch 2, Switch 2 needed an upgrade. Those games were crusty. The Switch 1 is, listen, it's an okay system for a hybrid at the time, but it is crusty, man. We were getting games at 30 FPS. Nintendo, like, you know, Wii U games at 30 FPS with frame rate dips. Like Breath of the Wild, you know, and a multitude of other games. I mean, Monster Hunter Stories couldn't even run at a solid 30 FPS on Switch 1, you know? So we desperately needed an upgrade after 8 years. But the PS5 is not. It's not the same thing. I don't think it's the same thing. I don't. Let's see. An external disc would hook up to the handheld. That's silly. They're not going to do that. They'd probably just stream it. Consoles need to be more than 500 period. No excuse. Consoles need to be no more. I mean, I wouldn't say that, but I mean, I would say that. Like, I agree with you and like I disagree with you. I agree with you because 500 plus for a console is expensive. So I agree with you there, but then I disagree with you because the components, it's almost like they can't do anything about it because they don't make the RAM. They don't make the components in the system. So I think that's a problem too, is that they're not the ones who are making the components. Now, if RAM was a lot cheaper and all that, then yes, you know. No game within the next 10 years should be too much for PS5 Pro, at least. Yeah, I don't think any, I mean, really, yeah, no game in the next 10 years should really be any problem at all, you know? In my opinion, at least. Excuse me. When's the right time do you think to launch the PS6? The right time would probably like 2030. So give me like 4 more years. I think the PS5 Pro is good enough, and I think you should just get people to buy that and increase the install base to like 130-40 million. You can probably do more than that. You can, if you sell 20 million PS5s per year from now until 2030, that is what, 4 more years, 20 million, boom, that right there, that's another 80 million. So you add it to what they have right now, that's upwards of, they have 90 million. So that's, I mean, that's probably unrealistic that they'll sell another 80 million systems. So they probably can't sell that many, just all things considered. But let's just say that you sell like 15 million per year. Let's just say you average 15 million per year. That's really good. You know, that's still really, really, really good. So that's what I would do. At least for the stage of the system.
Also, I had a gaming PC with a 4090 and a 7800X3D 32GB RAM. It didn't do anything for me. Yeah, it looked good and ran good, but it wasn't amazing to me. That's all my opinion.
You know what it feels like to me, man? You ever played a game with cheat codes and it just takes all of the pizzazz out of the game? Or you ever played a game that's technically proficient, but there's no heart? That's kind of how it feels like to me when it comes to it. Now, certain games like Resident Evil and certain games that have sauce absolutely will be beautiful on there. But there's just something like, if you didn't grow up in that atmosphere, if you didn't grow up in that way of sitting at a desk or trying to connect it to a TV or something, then it's just not going to be for you. Your heart's not in it. And I think as you get older, your heart starts to go in certain ways. When you're young, you want the best, the biggest, the baddest, if you can afford it, right? If you can afford it, you want the biggest, the baddest, the best, and everything that's just sauce, right? You want that heat all the time. When you get older, you want specialized, you want precise, you want heart and passion, you know? And I think that's really where like a PS5 and like a Switch, for example, or a Switch 2, there's heart in it. There's heart in the games. Like they're the only developer who are making, you know, stuff like Astrobot or stuff like Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, or even something like Pokopia. Nobody's gonna make something like Pokopia. Obviously, I mean, you have cozy games, but that type of game is a game that's kind of weird, right? Or even a game like Orbitals. Like, that game probably doesn't exist, maybe without Nintendo Switch 2. So it's like there's a certain style or something to the games. The stylized manner, maybe like when you played when you were growing up, the PS2 era. You know, that's my favorite era of gaming, is like a subsegment of Switch era and like 6th gen. I love the Super Nintendo era. I love 3rd gen, I love 6th gen, and I love the Switch gen. Those Switch by itself, and speckled out through. I like certain games depending on what system. Talk about PS4, or Xbox, or whatever, right? But 7th gen. Sorry, 7th gen. I like 7th gen, 360, and PS3, and Wii to a degree. But my favorites for sure are 6th gen, 3rd gen, and I guess you can say 9th gen or whatever. Like, you can say just like whatever Switch, you know, combined with whatever else, certain games here and there, like certain games like Metaphor Fantasio or whatever that's on PS5. So to me, Switch kind of brings back that what I like about Super Nintendo, about the 6th gen Xbox, GameCube, PS2. It just totally reminds me something like, you know, Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. That's like a Super Nintendo game. Something like what would it be like? Something like Metroid Prime. That's totally a GameCube game. You know, Metroid Prime 4. Something like Hyrule Warriors. I mean, the Warriors games have been around since the PS2 gen. Kirby Air Riders. That's a 6th gen game. What else? Mario Kart. That's been around since the Super Nintendo. Donkey Kong. That's been around since forever. But Donkey Kong Bonanza, you know, reminds me of like Hulk Ultimate Destruction and some of those games that were trying to do stuff like that in the 6th gen. So for me at least, Switch 2 kind of reminds me of my favorite gens. Super Nintendo, 6th gen, a sprinkle of Switch gen, 7th gen, things like that. Let's see here. Love 3rd gen 2 NES. I mean, NES was great, but it was the beginning. You knew that bigger and better things were coming. And I think the 3rd gen is like the beginning for a lot of us older folk. But for me, like, it wasn't until, I mean, Mario Bros 3, but that was at the very end. And you got to remember, the 3rd gen was interesting because they did weird stuff with the cartridges. Same thing with the 4th gen with Super Nintendo, but they did weird stuff to make them like hold more RAM and make them customize the chips, like to add save data, like just all sorts of different stuff that they would do with the cartridges back in the day. Did you guys know that when we're talking about variable pricing, did you guys know that when the Legend of Zelda, the original Legend of Zelda, launched on the NES back in, I think, 1987 here in the US, that it cost the equivalent of around $130? My brother, I'm pretty sure my brother wanted that game, and my mom and my dad looked at the price tag at launch and was like, no way. We got it later. We definitely got it later, but we definitely didn't get it at launch because it was around $45 in 1987. And I don't think we had that money at that time. That's the equivalent now of about $128, I think, if I use my inflation calculator, right? So yeah, it's crazy, right? It's crazy. But I think that, for me at least, 3rd gen was awesome. I do love the NES. It got me into gaming like a lot, so I do love it. But 4th gen, 6th gen, 7th gen, all great, man. Yeah, Densha Attack bringing back the Dreamcast vibes. That's also 6th gen, you know? That's also 6th gen. So yeah. OJ using relation advice and console advices. Listen, parents, be like, drop the price. Here's the crazy thing. They were like, yeah, drop the price, but I'm gonna buy it anyway. Legend of Zelda was the first platinum, without being a console bundle, it was the first real platinum selling NES game. Legend of Zelda, the first to 1 million units sold. Legend of Zelda on the NES. For those who don't know, that was the first game. Outside, obviously, the original Mario Bros. Packaged with the system, but the first a non-bundled game, Legend of Zelda, 1 million units, over 4 million units plus on the NES. But yeah, drop the price was not a thing back then. Back then, it was like expensive, but like, here's what kids and parents were saying back then. It was expensive, but parents were like, hey, this game, obviously it's super advanced. You know, I'll save up. You can get it for Christmas. This is your one Christmas present. That's how kids got it done back then. This was your one Christmas present. Like, for you and your brothers or sisters. You guys are just all getting just this one game. And you would sit there and take turns playing The Legend of Zelda back then. You'd sit in front of the TV and take turns playing The Legend of Zelda. That's how we got it done back then. Chrono Rig with the $5 dono and says, you know, certain grifters started throwing hands in the air after Dale Ahmed's tweet. LOL. I'm pretty sure it's going to hit that 19 million easy. Yeah, I think from what I understand, it's already there at that 19 million. But yeah, we'll wait and see for Nintendo in May to talk about the sales there. But I'm pretty sure this last push was definitely something that they needed. Absolutely, Chrono Rig. They needed a breakout system seller.
Also,
and they got
here's
one.
a tip for new Pokopia players if you're looking for a Pokemon, use honey at their habitat.
I tried that and it didn't work, but I'm pretty sure it works now that you said it. Thank you, Chrono Rig, with the $5 dono. We're gonna read out Dale Ahmed's tweet in just a bit here, so we're gonna talk about that. And I'm also going to tweet myself a picture that I took today because the Pokopia Mania, it's done something. Now, this is not real evidence. Okay, guys, this is not real evidence. But the Pokopia Mania is definitely interesting. It's definitely interesting for the Pokopia Mania. Give me just 1 second. I am going to tweet this, or not tweet it. Well, yeah, I am going to tweet it. But I need to find words that's. I wanted to send it to myself, just so I can pull it up on screen for you guys. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna send it to myself on email. I should have done it before the stream, but I totally forgot. So I'm gonna send both of these to myself because this is a first ever in the history since the launch of the Nintendo Switch. Shoutouts to Switch 2. Sorry, Switch 2. This is a first that I've ever seen. Give me 1 second. All right. So there we go. Oh, okay. Wait, hold it. Okay. There we go. Just sent both of them. So thank you guys so much. We have hit the platinum as well, or not platinum. Got the 1 hour extension. Here we go. Limit break. Oh, actually, no, I played the wrong one. My bad. There we go. Yeah. Yes, Noah Neal in the stream. Let's go. Thank you for that, Justin. Extending your lead to 53. I don't know if anyone's going to be able to top that today, but I appreciate it. Let's go. Justin, top of the boards. And also, Chronorig, thank you for the 5, getting us to 63 on there. Let's go. Let's see. I like your hat player. Says thank you. I appreciate that, Corey. You a Bulls fan? Let's go. Let's see here. That's a Pokopia spoiler. I don't think that's a Pokopia spoiler. Like a tip on how to attract. Like, dude, the Pokemon be disappearing at times. So I don't think that's a spoiler. That's just like a nice little tip. A spoiler would be like the story stuff. Like, hey, like you get this type of Pokemon over here in this specific thing or whatever. That's like a spoiler. He just gave a little tip to help out, which I think that's a good tip. Yes, I'm just about to talk about that. Okay, let's go over what Daniel Ahmed first said, and then we're gonna go over what I've never seen before. What I've never seen before. So, Daniel Ahmed had this to say. We're gonna go over some Yoshi and the Mysterious Book pricing and other information too. So let's go over my Twitter page. So, okay. So Daniel Ahmed, who's a Nyko security sales analyst, he has access to data. He's actually a very good analyst. You guys know I don't bring up analysts very often, but this is one that I'll bring up. I'll bring up Daniel Ahmed because he's actually very good at what he does, and he has information. He's right on a lot of things. So he's also the main reason why I don't. Not the main reason why, but he's also the one that verifies that the PS2 is at 160 million. He wouldn't lie about that. He feels like he has enough data that actually happened. So there you go on that one. But anyway, Daniel Ahmed said this on Twitter. He said big if true too. So I probably should have tagged him, but I didn't know. But I was on my phone. I just typed it in real quick. Anyway, Daniel said this. Can confirm Pokopia is a hit for Nintendo and Koei Tecmo plus Game Freak, everybody. Sold out at retail. Retailers underestimated demand. Record digital sales uptake. Record, this is the big one right here. Record digital sales uptake. Games like this aren't really physical based games. Cozy games sell a lot digital. Now, people do want it physical, but this is the big thing right here, which I was trying to tell like Kiwi Talks and some of the people that were saying, oh, well, I don't see it. It's the digital sales that are going to be massive for this type of game, because Animal Crossing had a 50% ratio. According to Nintendo, the last that we know of, Animal Crossing's digital sales ratio was at 50%, and that game has sold 50 million units. So 25 million, or around 20 million plus, were digital sales for Animal Crossing. So if the split is around that for Pokopia, obviously that's really good. I think that the digital sales are going to be incredibly good because it's a cozy game that people are going to be playing thousands of hours or hundreds of hours. You want to just have that on your Switch without having to put in the cartridge, you know? This is more of a digital type of game for people. So That's what he said there. He said record digital sales uptake, visible boost to Switch 2 hardware sales at retailers. So the retailers that he spoke with, there is a visible boost. And I'm going to go over that just right now. The stuff that's never happened before. In the history, since the launch of the Switch 2, I have never seen this at some of my retailers. Looks like the system seller they needed in the in H1 or first half of 2026. Okay. So I'm going to go back to this. And I am going to pull up something else here. I emailed myself some pictures. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. This has never happened at my casual Walmart. Now, we've seen this a bit at my Best Buy and at GameStop. They've had lower stock or whatever. But at my casual Walmart, where people just go there to buy groceries and clothes, people don't be buying video games there. I talk to the manager all the time. Video games sell, video game systems sell. But outside of the first couple weeks of the Switch 2, the stock at Walmart, at my Walmart that I go to, has been pretty solid, has been okay. But Pokopia came out, and when I went today, this is what happened. Once again, I have not seen it at this Walmart. At other Walmarts, there's been better, stock, whatever. They've had less, but there's usually them there. This is the first time that I've seen this at my Walmart. I haven't seen this. Usually, it's packed, and they just move a few of them every single week. According, when I talk to the district dude, like I said, I've been talking to this guy for a while. He runs the whole gaming sector thing there. I haven't seen it. For Walmart, my Walmart, casual Walmart, with just food and clothes, this does not happen. This does not happen. And once again, I'm not basing it off of, oh my God, there's no stock at my Walmart. That means it's selling. I don't do that. You guys know I don't do that. You guys know I don't do that. You guys know I say there should be stock so you can sell. And that is the truth. There's plenty of PS5s at Walmart. PS5 still sells. I went there was plenty of PS5s there, but we know PS5 sells. But there's always stock of PS5. There's always stock. This Walmart does not move a ton of Switch 2 systems. The Best Buy right next to the Walmart does. And the GameStop that's not too far away does. But Pokopia came out, and all of a sudden, they're selling Switch 2s like at this casual Walmart. So that tells me that the Animal Crossing fans have came through. This is what that tells me, because this Walmart that I go, it's casual. People just buy the casual games. They just buy Switch 1 stuff. It's just a casual that people don't go here to buy video games. And all of a sudden, I went there the other day. It was packed to the back of it with Switch 2s. Like, packed the full thing. And now they're all gone. Now, to follow that up, real quick, there was another thing here. I went to look at, okay, well, do they have any copies of Pokopia? That thing was stacked. They've always got hecka copies of the games. I looked at it, Pokopia, there's it right, that's it right there. It's obviously right next to, it's alphabetized. Pac-Man, Persona, Pokopia, Pokemon Legends, all gone. And that thing was stacked all the way to the back full of Pokopia. And all of them gone. So there is a correlation from what other people are saying, from Daniel Ahmed, who's obviously he's a very good analyst. And like I said, I wouldn't be bringing him up if it wasn't. And I didn't want to do this until I felt like there was concrete proof. I talked about it in some videos from people on Twitter and things like that. It felt like a lot more people were buying the system, but I hadn't really seen it. But then now we obviously have where I'm there, I see it, other people have posted it, people are posting online that they're buying the system, and you're seeing that there's no copies of Pokopia. People are picking up Pokopia and the system. It's in tandem. At my Walmart, there's never been a time outside of the launch, even when Donkey Kong Bonanza came out, you could see Donkey Kong Bonanza, you can see systems. When, Hyrule Warriors or Kirby or Metroid Prime or any of those games came out, yeah, people would buy them and there'd be a few of them, there'd be some stuff missing, but it was never where no copies, barely any, no systems since launch. Once again, my Walmart's more casual. So I do think that this is a system seller based off of what people are saying online and based off of what I'm seeing as well. Like, I think it's there. The first time since at my launch, since I've seen Walmart not have, there's one system there, So it looks like they're cleared out, man. They're clearing out. They need to get more stock in. Obviously, we'll see the sales in May. Nintendo will give us the quarter sales. But yeah, they should have they should hit that that 19 million plus. They should. So So there you go. Pokemon Pokopia is a really fun game player. It really is. It really is. So I just like I said, I was at Walmart today, had to pick up a few stuff for the boy and for my wife. And I just took a look just to see. Now once again, that doesn't mean everywhere it's sold out. I want to make sure that I preface this because I am not a fan of if you don't see any, then all of a sudden it means that everybody in the world and their mama's buying one. No, it's going to be based off where you live. It's going to be based off of what other stores are around. There's a Best Buy right down the street. Not even right at, there's a Best Buy very close. So that Best Buy sells way more Switch 2s than the Walmart there. If people want to buy a Switch 2 in my area, they'll go to Best Buy or they'll go to GameStop. They don't go to Walmart. People go to Walmart for food and like household items and appliances. You know, they don't go to Walmart for video games. I've talked with the guy there. They don't sell a ton of video games there. But Pokopia, people were specifically looking for that game because they couldn't find it at Best Buy. They couldn't find it at Walmart, or they couldn't find it at GameStop. They were selling out, so then people went to Walmart to get it and the Switch 2. So do you think the success of Pokopia caught Nintendo off guard? I do, because they'd have more copies. Nintendo hasn't had any sellout copies of any games since the Switch 2 launched. You've been able to find every single game. And I don't think that they were like, oh, we're going to ship significantly less copies of Pokopia than they did, you know, I don't know, Donkey Kong Bonanza or any other game. I mean, I'm pretty sure they shipped like more copies of like Pokemon Legends ZA. But I don't think that they shipped significantly more copies of, or significantly less, you know, than what they did with other games. Because it's still a Pokemon game. At the end of the day, it's still a spinoff. Now, they're obviously not gauging as much interest because it's a spinoff. Most Pokemon spinoff games don't sell incredibly well. They sell okay. But Pokemon spinoffs aren't big system sellers. I don't think there's any Pokemon spinoff game that has sold more than like 10 million copies that I can recall off the top. Like maybe, I don't think there's any.
You don't have show the Walmart app picture, but I sent you on X what the Switch 2 section looked like in February and what the app at the same store is showing. Okay.
Where did you send me that, Justin? Thank you for the $3 dono. Did you send where did you send me that? Thank you for the $3. Shout outs to Justin, 66 on the board. We are, what is that? 34 combos away from the platinum, 123 extension. Can we get it today? We are close. Thank you guys so much for your support, like always. Remember, if you drop a dono, put your music request. We have not gotten any music requests today. So that's to Justin, Chrono Rig, everybody that's been supporting Johnny. Nobody's requested any music though, so if you drop a dono, put your music request and I'll play it for you. I still got to go back and finish Dragon Quest Builders 2 first, so I can wait a little bit. Okay, nice sketches. Nice, that's a good game. That's a good game. I'm not a big cozy gamer fan, but when I saw Pokopia gives you objective to do and tons of rewards, I've been thinking about getting it. Yeah, it gives you. That's why I like it. I'm not a cozy game guy either, but if I get objectives, if I get rewards, if I get like stuff like I get currency to like buy cool things that actually help me with gameplay, like then I'm like, okay. Like for example, let me give you one example. You can buy a security camera. In Animal Crossing, the security camera wouldn't do a damn thing. It would just be, look, oh, security. It would like probably like spin around, go, beep, beep, beep. But in this game, hell no. You know what a security camera does? You can be spying on your Pokemon. You can have a whole network, bro. You got Simply Safe, you got ADT. You can put up a whole network security camera. And anytime a Pokemon is like ruffling, like let's say you build a habitat, right? And like you have to, like when you build the habitats, you gotta wait for the Pokemon to, to pop up. Like other Pokemon will tell you like, hey, I think there's something there. But if you're off somewhere in like a whole different biome, your security camera will tell you, hey, there's a Pokemon on the security camera. Like, check it out. Or you can literally just set it up in whatever area you want. So it actually does something. Like I said, in Animal Crossing, the security camera would just be beep, 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 beep. Like, it wouldn't do anything. But this one, a real security camera is tied into the gameplay, and you gotta buy those. Those cost 100 life coins. So that's what I like about it. Now, sure, are there just useless items that you can decorate? Absolutely. But there are a bunch of items that you actually can use for gameplay as well, you know? But yes, there are a bunch of Animal Crossing style items that just, hey, look, you can just do this. But There are some items, for example, that you can use for like a shelf that you can use to actually store things in, you know? So there is that. I can see your comments, Mr. Davis. What's good, man? Welcome. Between Pokopia and the Galaxy movie, Nintendo's officially doomed. They're doomed. They're doomed. But yes, I do. I think it's Swervy. I do think that it caught it off guard. You know. I mean, every game doesn't need to have a battle system. This doesn't need to have a battle system. We just got Pokemon Legends ZA that has a battle system. So every game doesn't need to have a battle system with Pokemon. We just got Legends ZA that has a battle system. They already announced Pokemon wins and Pokemon waves. This game, if it had a battle system, it wouldn't be anything that great. I mean, sure, could they have it? Sure, they can have it. But it would literally just be you spamming silly moves, or you watching, like you letting them play out and fight each other, and this Pokemon wins, or this Pokemon wins. Like, I don't think the game wasn't built to have some type of dynamic battle system. Dragon Quest Builders was, but it doesn't do everything that this game does. So sure, they could have, but I don't think that's not the type of game that it is. And once again, we already have Legends ZA that has a great battle system, and Winds and Waves was already announced that has a great battle system too. So like, there's no need. No wonder there's no Nintendo Direct. Pokopia Galaxy move is going well. Well, we don't know if there's going to be a Nintendo Direct or not. So don't say that there isn't right now. We have to wait and see. But I don't think Nintendo anticipated that. Oh, Pokopia is going to sell good. No Direct. I don't think that was it. Let's see here. Grifters. Nintendo created artificial FOMO by not releasing enough stock to store shelves. I don't know if grifters are saying that, but if they are, then they only have themselves to blame, because grifters are the ones that said that nobody's going to buy key cards and nobody wants key cards in the first place. So the grifters and the people, they're the ones who are making videos and talking about nobody wants key cards. So if Nintendo did undersupply key cards, we only have ourselves to blame, because literally everyone was saying nobody wants key cards, they're not selling, right? That was the narrative. And I'm almost sure that Nintendo probably saw some of that and said, okay, well, people don't like key cards. You know, this is a Pokemon spinoff. Maybe it'll do. I mean, the Switch 2 doesn't have that many units sold. I mean, how many key cards do we need to ship out, you know? Let's see here. I sent it on X. Okay, cool. Said Smash JT said that. Yeah, that's silly, because to me that's silly, because literally everyone was saying that nobody wants key cards. So what do you do? It's a Pokemon spinoff. Spin-offs games don't sell as much as mainline games. And it's also a key card when everyone online is saying nobody wants key cards. So how many do you ship? I don't think it was to create artificial FOMO or anything like that. Nintendo wants you to buy either one of them. Key cards aren't super expensive to manufacture either. So I don't think there was anything to do with manufactured FOMO or anything like that. That's stupid. That's silly. It's a key card. Like, it doesn't cost as much as a regular cartridge to ship. They can ship key cards. You know, yeah, they make more money on the digital sale, but the key card shipments aren't anything super crazy. It's in a light little box. I don't think they're not losing too much money off of shipping that, because it's shipped in bulk. Thank you so much to Justin with the Justin with the $1. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right, let me see here. You said I don't have to send one thing, but all right. Okay, but what are you? Okay, delivery. Okay, what are you trying to say with this? I saw that you. Oh, out of stock. Oh, okay. It's out of stock. There's out of stock at your area. Got you. Okay. Yeah, more like I said, the casual consumers, man. The casual consumers, they all go to Walmart. The Animal Crossing peeps all go to Walmart. Oh man. But no. Shout outs to Smash JT, but that's completely wrong. That is incorrect. Because once again, Pokemon spin-offs don't sell like crazy. There's been no Pokemon spin-off that ever sells at the level of a mainline Pokemon game. And once again, everyone was talking about how key cards, nobody wants them. We haven't had any key card games sell incredibly well, from what I understand. Like, there's been some success with key cards, but there's been no actual key card that you can say definitively is selling incredible numbers that we know of. So I don't think it was anything to do about FOMO or anything, because restocks are already coming in. They're already coming in. They're already getting the restocks. Those are coming in. So no, nothing to do with that. I think that they underestimated it because they just did. Once again, system doesn't have that many units. It's a spin-off. You don't know how well this game is going to sell at all. Nobody knew how well it was going to sell. Based off the trailers, based off what people were saying, based off of the I mean, if the pre-orders were crazy, they would have had more. 1000%. Because a lot of times they ship based off of pre-orders. If the pre-orders for this game were insane, they would have shipped more copies. But I don't think the pre-orders for this game were insane. This game caught people off guard. Literally every content creator that I know was like, oh, they were surprised that the game reviewed as well. They were surprised that people liked the game. Like literally every single content creator said this. Remember, your copies are already going out into shit. Like they're already going out, you know, before this. Like everybody already said this. So nobody expected. Let's be real. Outside of, there were a few people, but let's be real. Did anybody watch any content creators say that Pokopia is going to be a massive success and sell Switch 2 systems? I always said maybe. I always said maybe if they can tap into the Animal Crossing fan base. Maybe. I didn't know though. I was not definitive. I said maybe. Nobody made videos saying Pokopia is going to be an overwhelming success, sell out at stores at a key card for $70 and be the first half big system seller for Nintendo. Nobody said that. I was thinking that Animal Crossing, the Switch 2 edition, can convert some of the Switch 1 people over. That didn't happen like that. Nope. Nobody said that. Everybody was focused on RE9. Everybody was focused on Pragmata. Everybody was focused on Monster Hunter Stories. Everybody was focused on Mario Tennis. Everybody was focused on a bunch of other stuff. Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Whatever, right? Yoshi, when's that coming out? You know? People were not talking about Pokopia being a massive system seller. That's insane. I did not see that. Yeah, once again, OmniArch, he's a Switch 2 grifter. So whatever happens, he's just gonna say the opposite to be negative to grift for money. And I think, like I said, when he was on my stream, I think and like I said, he's not a bad guy. I think he's a cool dude. He seems like a cool guy. But I think it's very clear that that's what he does, because I asked him. He says that he makes stuff on what he likes. So then I asked him, okay, well, what games do you like? And then he started getting a little bit defensive. He started saying, okay, no, I see what you're trying to do. He kept on saying, I see what you're trying to do. I see what you're trying to do. And I'm like, what? Why don't you make negative videos on the stuff that you like then? Well, those don't make the money like Pokemon and like Nintendo grift videos make. So that's pretty clear what he's doing. That's obvious what he's doing. Once again, he likes mobile games. He plays Clash of Clans or whatever. He grifts for mobile money too. So you can't really include him in. I think Smash JT is actually talking from like his heart and like just what he believes, you know. I don't think he's grifting when it comes to Nintendo strictly for money, because I mean, he grifts for other things, but not strictly for Nintendo grifting. Like, he doesn't do that. But like OmniArch is legitimately like just grifting for, like, I don't think he actually believes half the stuff that he says. I think he just does it because he knows he can clickbait it and make an AI thumbnail and make money, which I respect the grind, you know. I respect the grind. But once again, I asked him, what games do you like? And he didn't want to talk about it. And then when he did mention it, he's like, okay, well, maybe. And then when I said, well, why don't you make negative videos on the stuff that you like? And he said, oh, well, maybe I will. He has not. He has not made a single negative video on the stuff that he likes. You know, if something happens with it, right? Like if something bad happens, he has not made a single video on that. It's all just Nintendo stuff. So yeah, we all know what's up with him. We all know what the deal is there. Temu Clash of Clans, yeah, it's a Temu Clash. He likes Temu. He makes positive Temu Clash of Clans videos because he's one of their content creators. So of course, oh well, that's great, you know, because I can make money off it. That's good. That's a good thing, you know. Trust me, if Nintendo was paying him to make videos, there would be no negative videos. And like I said, hey man, you got to go where the money is. You got to go where the money is, right? For some people. This may be dumb, but I do think Pokopia's success may cause some changes for upcoming Pokemon main game. I don't think so. I think the Pokemon main game Winds and Waves is, I think it's pretty much done. They're just optimizing now. I think the game, I mean, they're still building some aspects, but I think pretty much everything that they want in the game is in place in the game. When it comes to the mechanics, the systems, now it's really just more about refining, optimizing, things like that. So if it affected it, it already did it beforehand, not now. Most likely Pokemon Wind and Waves will be last gen, as Pokopia is selling well. That means Pokopia will be next mainline game. OB Phoenix, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. What you just said made no sense. What you said made no sense. Pokemon Winds and Waves is the next generation of Pokemon. It's Gen 10, so I don't know what you're talking about. Pokemon Pokopia is a spin-off. It's a spin-off. Regardless of how well it does or not, it's a spin-off. So I'm not sure what you're talking about. I don't know. I don't remember content creators doing it. I remember a lot of creators saying this year was washed. We needed a big game. While I kept saying we have this in Tomodachi Life. Yeah, I think Nintendo Land was saying that, like, we needed, like, there needs to be something, but once again, yeah, like, it caught me off guard too. I wasn't saying that we need some type of massive thing, because it sells what it sells. I'm a naturalist, man. I'm not a concerned troll guy. I'm not a concerned, like, listen, what happens, what comes out, comes out. If what comes out isn't good enough to sell the system, then it's not good enough. They need to do something else, or they need to get the Mario game out, or Zelda game. That's how I am. I'm not like, if I cry about it on Twitter, all of a sudden a Mario game is going to appear tomorrow. That's what Nintendo content creators sometimes think, that if I make 5 videos in a row complaining about there's no Zelda, that a Zelda game will appear next month. And that's not how it works. That's just not how it works. These games are in development for years. So what comes out, comes out. Like, that's why I don't make negative videos complaining about the PS5's there's no this game or there's no that game. What comes out is what comes out. No amount of videos of me complaining about the PS5, Sony's PS5 lineup is going to change anything. What comes out is what comes out, you know? So that's why, like I said, I don't make videos on that either, even though I'm not happy with the first party output with all the games, but whatever comes out is just okay. It is what it is. And how it sells is how it sells. So Pokopia is just a game that I didn't think was going to do crazy. I thought it was a possibility if they can get the Mario Kart or Animal Crossing people, you know. But yeah. Let's see here. Let's see here. Tears of the Kingdom done 2022, but had a year of polish. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a year of polish, but yeah, I think that they want to make sure that they polish it to as much as they can. There could also be a strategic reason why it's not. There could be some like new Pokemon anime or Pokemon cards that they want to launch with it, so that could also be a thing, like, or merch line or whatever, right? There could be something else too, but yeah. Do people just have higher standards for Nintendo when it comes to releasing first-party games? Do people just have higher standards? I don't know. I mean, the release cadence is pretty much what the Switch 1 release cadence is, so I don't know what standards people are looking at when it comes to that. So, I mean, I think maybe some people do, and it's going to be subjective, though. When you look at, like, how good or bad a game is, it's all subjective based off of what you're looking at. But yes, I do think that people expect Nintendo to release more games than other people, which, because they always do. So I think that's the expectation. With Microsoft and Sony, the expectation is definitely, you know, more third party, and then a few first party here and there. Although I do think that people expected Sony to release better and more first party games than they did. I do think that, but obviously that didn't happen the way that, you know, whatever. But we'll see what happens with the PS6 era, you know, now that they've kind of reversed course a little bit on PC ports and reverse course on, like, live service games, like canceled a lot of them. Vito with the $1.09 says, dare you say Pokopia? Pokemon Pokopia 3 times fast. Pokemon Pokopia, Pokemon Pokopia, Pokemon Pokopia 3 times fast. Let's go. That's easy to mess up, though. That's very easy to mess up. Thank you for the $2 dono. I appreciate that. I want to say standards are higher for Nintendo. It's more that they haven't released a new Mario or Zelda. Certain people will never be content until that happens. Here's the thing.
It's crazy that they're out of stock in my area. Because as you saw in the other picture, February, they had it packed out with Switch 2.
Yes, exactly. So that's why I'm saying, like, I think the casual audience, Justin, are coming through with this one. Because, like I said, that's where the casual's going to go buy that one. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think that's what happened there. The casual audience is coming through, you know? That's what I think. For Pokopia, the Animal Crossing audience. When it comes to Nintendo and people just want Mario or Zelda, if you go back to 2017, after Nintendo released Mario and Zelda, people were complaining and saying that there's nothing to play, and they were upset in 2018. So it doesn't matter even if you release Mario and Zelda. A lot of Nintendo fans or people online are, what have you done for me lately? If there isn't Mario and Zelda 24/7 or N64 franchises, new Star Fox, new new F-Zero, things like that, people are just going to complain until they get all the stuff from like the Super Nintendo and N64 era. So there's always going to be somebody upset with something, or a content creator saying upset with something. It doesn't matter if there was already a Mario and Zelda game. Trust me, in 2018, people did the exact same thing with the Switch 1, and we already had Mario and Zelda. We had Breath of the Wild, and we had Mario Odyssey. And in 2018, people were saying the Direct sucks, or the Nintendo Direct Mini sucks. People were saying that the other Direct, it was saved by Smash Brothers, because we got Smash, right? So that's Mario and Zelda are in Smash. So it really just comes down to Mario, Zelda, Smash, and what have you done for me lately at the end of the day. So, let's see here. Monad with the 10 Team Rocket dollars. It says World Revolution. Chrono Trigger, can you play? I can, but it's going to be a remix. World Revolution Chrono Trigger remix, because I'm going to get copyrighted. So it is going to be a remix of it, an orchestral remix. Thank you for the $2 dono. I appreciate that, man. Let's go. Hopefully you can hear it. Thank you for the dono, man. Appreciate that. With Pokopia, I can see Switch 2 getting to 20 million for the fiscal year. I think 20 million is a safe bet. If Pokopia goes buck wild, I can maybe see 21 million. Because if you're looking at 17 million by the end of the year, so January, February, March, 3 months, so 17, 18, 19, 20, let's just say they did $1 million per a month, or right around $1 million per a month, or somehow it averages out to that, and a big last push, maybe 21 million. If they did maybe 2 million or so in the month of March because of Pokopia, if that's a big push, then yeah, I can see that 20 million or so. But I think 19 million's a lock for sure. Hey OJ, thoughts on Nintendo's strategy this year so far? I mean, it's the same strategy that they had last year. I mean, so we haven't seen anything different. It's the same stuff that they said was going to come out. So we're just getting the games that they already outlined. So the strategy is my opinion is the same strategy, or the same thoughts was what we had last year. Because we knew all the games that are coming out right now, we already knew about last year, with the exception of a couple of them. Give me, oh my gosh, my wife being silly. No. All the games that were coming out is the same stuff. So their strategy hasn't really changed at all. It's the same strategy. Let's see it. We literally got Mario Wonder like 2 years ago. Going on 3 years ago. But yeah, 2+ years ago. It's mostly Nintendo just pushing the train of complaining about 3D Mario. Nintendo will show it when it's ready. Exactly. Once again, complaining about 3D Mario doesn't make 3D Mario all of a sudden appear. So I don't know why. I think it's just for YouTube views, to be honest.
Now here's a question: will Pokopia get DLC now?
It kind of already is getting DLC with the events, right? Like the Hop It and like the jump left, like the special events. So I think it's really just gonna get stuff like that, just like special events and special things. So yes. Right? Because it's kind of already getting that. So that's what I see it getting. Maybe like a major story expansion, or like a new biome. I mean, that's possible too, to keep the game alive. I don't think there's any real reason to make a sequel to the game. Like, at least not on the Switch 2. I mean, you can just keep updating the original game, you know? So yeah, there's that. Shout out to Justin. Thank you for another $3 dono, man. 77 on the board. We are going. We're combo breaking. Let's go. 23 combos away from a platinum streak. 123. Let's go. Thank you so much, Justin. I appreciate that, man. Let me see here. Yeah, they already have a roadmap somewhat laid out. Yeah, they already have a roadmap of events that we know about. So my thoughts are it's the same strategy that they laid out last year. It's just coming out all around the same time. We'll see about like when there's gonna be a Nintendo Direct or not. If it's gonna be like before, people are saying it's not gonna be before June. It's gonna be at June. It's gonna be this. So we'll see. We'll find out. I've got games to play, so whenever they do the Direct and when it's ready, that's fine. You know, I'll get it when I get it. But yeah, like I said, begging for a Direct doesn't make a Direct appear. Begging for a Mario game doesn't make a Mario game appear. That's just a sign of immaturity. Begging for this or that. I mean, if you want to have criticism, that's fine. You can criticize and you can critique. But just saying, we need a Mario game, we need a Mario game, we might need, like when it's ready, they'll show it. Like, just complaining, like, they're not going to all of a sudden rush a Mario game because YouTubers are complaining. That doesn't even make any sense. They're obviously working on the next Mario game. When it's ready to be shown, it will be shown, and that's it, you know? Like, that's it. Complaining and crying about it for a Mario game 24/7, that doesn't do anything. Like I said, outside of just get YouTube views. That's it. Let's see here. They need to get Childish Gambino to drop OST for the new Yoshi game. That's the one thing. Since he's in the movie, he needs to be there too. He needs to be there too. So we'll see. We'll see for sure. Oh man, we will see. We will see for sure, man. We will see for sure. There's too many games, and that we're not talking about the event. There's too many games to play. I'm enjoying, like I said, I'm enjoying it. Obviously, like I said, it'd be great to get some more stuff. Like, what about the Dust Bloods? I do see Nintendo doing, if they don't do like a regular Nintendo Direct, I do see like if they don't do one by, you know, March or April or May. And it is all the way till June or something like that. I do see them doing maybe like a Nintendo Direct, for like a specific game, for like Dust Bloods. Like, hey, here's a Nintendo Direct specifically focused on the Dust Bloods, or here's a Nintendo Direct specifically focused on Fire Emblem or something like that. So I can see them doing something along the lines of that. So we'll see. I'm playing Fire Red on Switch too. Nintendo is not that good at making DLC. Their best attempt was Fire Emblem Fates, and people hate it because it was almost a new game. Fire Emblem Fates, their best attempt. I mean, I don't know if they're not that good at doing DLC. I mean, it just depends on who you talk to. Some people really love the Donkey Kong DLC. Some people don't like it, but it's kind of like a whole rogue mode added in. Some people really love the Xenoblade DLCs, myself included, and you got to include Nintendo as part of that, as Monolith Soft is Nintendo, and the DLCs for Monolith Soft games are incredible. The only one that's not very good or extra content would be Future Connected, but everything else is really good. Future Redeemed is awesome. Torn of the Golden Country is awesome. So those are really good. If you look at Zelda Breath of the Wild, I think that had some pretty good DLC as well. I don't think that was bad. Splatoon 2 and Splatoon 3 both had awesome DLC. Octo Expansion, some people think that's better than the Splatoon 3 DLC, but I enjoyed the Splatoon 3 DLC and I enjoyed the Octo Expansion as well. So I think it really just depends on what games you're looking at and what games you're talking about, right? Because like people love Splatoon DLC, people love the Zelda DLC, people love the Xenoblade DLC. All those were pretty good when it comes down to that. So Future Redeemed and Torna are amazing. Yes, they're really good. And so are, like I said, the Octo Expansion and the Splatoon 3 DLC. Those are both also really good. Luigi's Mansion 3 DLC was lackluster, but I like most Nintendo DLC. Captain Toad DLC was, I didn't play Luigi's Mansion 3 DLC. I think that was just multiplayer games. There was no like actual story DLC. I think that was just multiplayer stuff. So yeah, Mario Kart 8, that had great DLC with the deluxe and other stuff added on to that. So yeah, I don't know if Nintendo is not good at making DLC. I don't know if that's true. I think it just depends on what you like to play, right? Yeah, fake leak, more like it. I think the story of expansion for Xenoblade 3 should have been its own game. Yeah, it would have been nice, but I think the problem is that you really need to play it to, like, you need to play Xenoblade 3 in order to really understand Xenoblade Future Redeemed. So I think that's the reason why they didn't make it its own separate thing. Like Torna, it's a prequel, so technically you can, but like Future Redeemed is like, it's like a prequel, a sequel, a base game, and everything all into one, but you need to play, like, having that and people just jump right into that, I think is a problem. I think it's just like a problem. It's an issue. So I can understand why they made it connected, you know. Why they made it, no pun intended, why they made it connected to Xenoblade 3. But I get it though. I mean, listen, if they sold it separately as like a standalone, I would have bought it physical too, but I would have opened it. I still would have just bought the DLC because like I didn't do that with Torna. I just bought Torna digital too, and I have a physical copy sealed. Justin with another $3 dono.
What about Smash Bros DLC and the best DLC bot, which is Tears of the Kingdom?
Yep.
Lol JK, remember that saga?
Yeah. Well, there is no. Oh yeah, the DLC for Breath of the Wild. Yeah, the joke. Yes, absolutely. But yeah, Smash Bros. DLC is awesome as well. That's really good DLC. So yeah. I think they make some pretty good DLC in my opinion. I don't think it's bad. Pikmin 3 DLC was meh. I mean, well, yeah, but you're also cherry picking. We just we just listed like at least 10 games or so with pretty good DLC. Yeah, well, Pikmin 3 wasn't that great, which that's a Wii U game. Like that's all the way back to the Wii U era. We just mentioned a bunch of games that do. So I'm guessing you skipped all the DLCs that we're talking about, Lando. I'm guessing you missed out on all those, and you bought the Pikmin 3 DLC and was not happy with that. That's what I think happened now. We just listed a bunch of games. So I don't think I have a favorite DLC. I think maybe The Last of Us Left Behind is my favorite. I've played the Left Behind DLC. It's all right. Kind of short. I think the Xenoblade DLC is definitely better than the Left Behind DLC. But I can get it. Why? Maybe that's that. You know, what you like that the most. Epic Globster. What's up, Epic Globster? Shout outs. That Left Behind DLC is pretty good. It's pretty good. I played all of it in conjunction. I played before The Last of Us Part 2 came out. I went back, played The Last of Us Part 1 remastered. I played the Left Behind DLC, and then I played The Last of Us Part 2 all in like a week. I beat everything in like a week and a half or so. So I just marathoned The Last of Us, and then I did a review that nobody watched on my channel for Last of Us Part 2. So yeah, it was good. I like The Last of Us. Ooh, Mass Effect DLC is incredible. The Citadel, very good. Leviathan, good. Good DLCs. Some of Mass Effect 2's DLC was not very good. Mass Effect 1's DLC was bad. But Mass Effect 2's DLC, some of it was good. Some of it was not so good. The Kazumi stuff, not so good. Everything else was okay. Mass Effect 3 DLC was very good. Very good. What's up, Max? Everything's good, man. Everything's good. Yeah, well, we need you to stop cherry picking and actually play some good DLCs instead of talking about a Wii U game, right? You need to talk about the Wii U. Play some Xenoblade DLC. Play some Super Smash Brothers DLC. Play some Mario Kart 8 DLC. Play the good ones. If we're talking favorite DLC, the Future Redeemed is the best DLC of all time. Future Redeemed is definitely one of the best. I would say this: it's the best story DLC of all time. I'll give it that easily. I mean, gameplay-wise, it's also one of the best, too. But, I mean, if you want to just say what I think about it, incredible story. Incredible story. So good. So good. I never played Xenoblade 3. It came out during a busy time. Might as well just wait for the updates on Switch 2 down at this point, then. My day's good, though, Max Only. My day's good. Pokemon Sword DLC was better than the game. I heard Pokemon Sword DLC was great. I didn't play enough of it. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet has one bad DLC, one good DLC. So, Pokemon Legends Arceus doesn't have any DLC, any real DLC. So, I wish they actually did something like bigger for Pokemon Legends, but I think they had to move on to the next game. I don't think they had time for DLC. They have to move on to Pokemon Legends ZA because ZA came out 3 years after. Yeah, I don't think they had any time because ZA came out 3 years afterwards. Although Pokemon Legends ZA's DLC is not very great based off of what people are saying. So you're doing the Hop event in Pokopia. Yes, I'm doing that too. I think I'm gonna play tonight, and when I play tonight, they're gonna appear. They're gonna appear because I set everything up last night. I set everything up to get my Pokemon in the habitats, and I put it right in front of my house. So I'm ready. As soon as I get out of my house, I'm ready for that security camera or somebody to go pop up, and for those Pokemon to be there in those habitats. Excuse me. Hey, what's up, Quiet Lion Gaming? Welcome, man. How you doing today? Burning Shores DLC. Yeah, I remember John Spawnwave. He was talking about how that DLC looked insane. I never got around to playing and beating Horizon Forbidden West. Well, beating Horizon Forbidden West. I just kind of tapped out of that series. But yeah, from what I saw, it looked insane. Both Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLCs are great, in my opinion. The one like with the mask DLC, I'm not enjoying that one that much, but I know that the second DLC is a lot better, so I mean, eventually I'll get to that DLC. Eventually I will. Probably before Pokemon Winds and Waves comes out, I'll probably go back and play and like beat everything with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Paid for the Legends ZA. That's why I didn't pre-order the Legends ZA DLC, because I wasn't sure if I wanted to even, because I already put like 60 or 76, 7 hours into Pokemon Legends. I didn't know if I wanted to go back into that and like do more of that, just because I wanted to move on to Hyrule Warriors, and I wanted to move on to Kirby, and I wanted to move on to Metroid Prime and Trails in the Sky. So I was like, I don't know if I want to put more time into that. And like based on the DLC, it seems like it's okay. Some people hate it, some people like it, some people think it's a grind. But I already put a ton of time into Pokemon Legends Z. I put a good amount of time. It's a single player game. I mean, I don't like the multiplayer that much. If I like the multiplayer more, then I'd probably put more time into it, but I don't. So for me, it was good. It was good for what it was. I spent my 70 hours. I collected most of the Pokemon. I beat pretty much all the missions in the game. I'm good. I'm set, you know. Tillmass had a great story. Yeah, the story's okay. I can't say that. I mean, listen, it's just my opinion, but I know it's not like, I think really it's more of the performance. I think that's the problem. The problem was that the performance of the DLC seemed even worse than the main game at times. So I think that's the issue that I was having. Now, I have not played the DLC on Switch 2. Like, I haven't played, I've only done testing for the frame rate. That's all I've done. But I haven't played through it more. But the frame rate was like beating my butt. I'd already had enough of the frame rate during the single player campaign, and I think that's really maybe what's causing me to be a bit more like negative on it, was because the frame rate was so bad. Even in the DLC, the frame rate was like atrocious. So yeah, I think that's what caused it for me. If I go back to it, and now that it's much smoother, I think it'll be a lot more enjoyable experience, you know. Let's see here. I wish Nintendo's return policy was better. Not gonna lie, all purchases are final. Yeah, you got to be careful. I mean, you can go through and like you can call customer service, but yeah, like don't buy something until you know that you want it. You know what I'm saying? Like don't buy it until you know that you want it. Don't just go on there and just buy stuff. Like research, know that you want a game before you buy it, and that's what I do. Like I don't really ask for refunds on any platform that I'm on. The only time that I ask for a refund is like when I make a mistake. I made a mistake with Hogwarts Legacy, I asked for a refund. That's the only time that I've asked for anything in like all the time that I've had like a Nintendo platform. Is like I made a mistake buying something. But I haven't asked for any refunds on PS5, or I haven't asked for any refunds on PS4 or Xbox Series. I haven't asked for refunds at all. I did ask for a refund one time on Steam because of Skyrim. I did not buy it. I don't know how. I don't know what happened, but I bought Skyrim again on Steam for some reason. And I bought like all the DLC and stuff, and I was like, what the heck? So I did ask for a refund one time on Steam, past the time that you get for refunds, and they gave me a refund. They just said, hey, don't do that again, and they gave me a refund. So those are like the 2 times that I've ever asked for one. Does GameShare work without NSO? Yes, it should. It's a system feature. I don't think it's an NSO feature. Could use my physical copy of Pokopia is coming tomorrow, one day before my B-Day. Nice, Game Vibe. Let's go, dude. Right out the thunderstorm. Oh, be careful. 100% Legends ZA DLC. It's really repetitive and grinding, but the story's all right. Yeah, I'll probably just watch something on the story. I'll probably just do that. Most of the game platforms say no to refunds, but always just bother them until they fold. Works every time. Yeah, like I don't really bother about that, because once again, I do gaming for a living though. I'm here all the time. I'm on the internet, so I can research something fully before I buy it. So I know what I want to buy, but I don't just buy things randomly. Like whatever I buy is I know that I want it. Unless there's something drastically wrong with the game, you know, but I'll know that beforehand. I don't blind buy anything. So like, and if I do, then that's my fault. Like I don't blame them. That's my fault. We have every bit of information about how a game runs, how it looks, how it plays, everything that you need to know is on your phone at your fingertips. You know, everything's right here on your phone. You don't you know. So there's really no reason to go into a game and not know if it's trash or not, or not know if it runs good or not. Like, so that's the reason why I don't ever ask for refunds or anything. I always know what I want. Last refund I got was the PS4 version of Cyberpunk. Okay, so once again, that game was broken and messed up, so that makes sense to get a refund for something like that. When they said that it would run better, so yeah, that makes sense. And then they didn't put out reviews in time either. Yeah, hey Root, man, we're just going to go ahead and ban you, brother, man. Thanks for coming out to the stream, though. I appreciate it. All right, what's up, Felipe? Welcome. I meant to type this. So there's too many games. Yeah, there's a lot of games, man. There's a lot of games. Indigo Disc is some of the best multiplayer experience I've ever had. Man, I need to get into more of the Pokemon stuff. I really do. I just don't have the time as much as I used to really just get into Pokemon as much as I want. That's the biggest problem. The timing is the biggest thing for me. Last and only refund was Dispatch, and once again, I understand that too because we didn't know if it was gonna be like the censorship stuff on that, so that makes sense too. It's a blessing and a curse. Nintendo kind of keeps me honest with my spending. Steam is way more forgiving with the refund policy. Then again, I think that's their tactic to buy games you'll never play. Yeah, I think that's part of it too. Once again, I mean, with Steam, like the whole it's like a couple hours, right? You get with it. So I mean, like, if I were, don't get into a habit of just buying a bunch of crap and saying I can refund it. That's not a good in today's day. Like, I get in the past, maybe like when there wasn't as much information, but that's not a good habit to have, guys. As an adult, now maybe as a child, okay, I get that, but like if you're an adult, you should be like, I'm just gonna buy everything, and then oh, it's not good, I don't like it. Like, you can take the time to look at what you want. So even if you're doing that on Steam, don't do that. Like, don't do, in my opinion, you shouldn't be doing that. Research what you want. Don't waste your time. Now, once again, if you want to waste your time buying a bunch of random stuff that you don't know if you're going to like or not, that's fine. But at least, I mean, I would say at least just do a little bit of research to find out if it's something that you would like. You don't have to spoil the whole game for yourself. But look. I mean, like I said, as an adult, you should value your time more. But if you don't, feel free. I'm not trying to police how you guys operate and use your free time. But I do think that as an adult, you should take a little bit of time to research what you're getting. Like, just buying a bunch of stuff and saying, I can refund it, doesn't seem like a good idea to me. Because you probably wouldn't do that at other places. Maybe some of you guys do that. But I don't go to a clothing store and just buy a bunch of things and say, I can refund. I mean, like, I try to say, okay, let me try it on. Let me make sure I like it. Let me research a little bit. Or I don't just go to a place and say, I'm just going to refund everything that I'm going to buy because they have a good refund policy. So that's my opinion, at least. You definitely just shouldn't be going into it saying, and that's what people on Steam do. A lot of people just buy things and don't even know because, like, oh, I can refund it. It's like, okay, or maybe you want to try it out. Like, I get that. You want to try it out, but like, I don't even want to go through the process of saying, okay, I don't like the game, give me a refund. I don't even want, I mean, I know it's a quick process on Steam, but I don't even want to do that. Like, that's how much I don't feel like bothering with it. You know, it's like, hey, look, I know what I want for this game. You know, I can watch a Let's Play. Like, I can find out if it's a game for me. I can look at reviews. Like, I don't really need to play it. But I get how some people use that as like, okay, I'm going to use it as like a demo, right? Let me try it out. And if it sucks, I'm good. Like, you know, I can refund it. So it's a good feature to have. Like, I wish all companies had that same feature, to be honest. I mean, I still wouldn't use it, but I mean, I wish that they all had that. I think that'd be better for the consumer for sure, you know? Unless you research, you misinformed the reviewers did the BS they did with Battlefield 2042. Well, that's why I said, like, you don't always have to just look at reviews. Look at gameplay. Usually, you can tell if you would like something from gameplay. If you're a seasoned gamer, the only thing that you probably wouldn't be able to tell is if you don't play that genre. Like, if you don't play cozy games, then you might need a reviewer to help you on that, or somebody that thinks like you, or a friend. I don't play cozy games, so watching the game wasn't enough for me. I had to hear people that like cozy games or that played the game tell me, okay, this is the reason why it's this, is this, and this. Because I don't know what makes a cozy game good or not. I played Animal Crossing. It's okay, I get it, but I wasn't as gung-ho about it as other people. So I had to see why people were saying Pokopia is this goated game, because I don't play cozy games. So I had to see the reviews before I really was sold a bit, you know? The previews caught me off guard. But once again, I don't know cozy games like that. There are people who know cozy games, and the reason why Pokopia got such good reviews, because in the cozy genre, it does a lot of things really good. And now that I played it, and I compared it to the other cozy games that I've played, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can see this is better than Animal Crossing in this respect, or this is better than Minecraft in this respect, or this is better than, you know, Dragon Quest Builders for like this thing or that thing. Like now that I've seen it and I've played it, but I didn't know beforehand because I can't just do it based off of looks, you know? But when it comes to like JRPGs, oh yeah, I can look at a JRPG and be like, you know what, I'm gonna like it about this much or not. Because I've played a bazillion of them. I've played so many of them. I can do that with action games. I can do that with a lot of games. But I mean, I can't really do that with, you know, can't really do that with cozy stuff, you know? So also, you know, I would say use reviews when it's a genre that you're not familiar with. But like if it's a genre that you're familiar with, just listen to previews. Watch the gameplay. You know, watch the trailers. You should figure out right away. You know, I mean, if you've been playing games, you know. Let's see here. Hey, what's up, Abaddon? That's where I'm at with it. I'm not into cozy games, but I'm happy for those who like it. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I'm not really into cozy games either, but I wanted to check it out. I wanted to give it a shot, and this is the best cozy game that I've ever played by a country mile. Like, I can't think of another cozy game. Any of the other cozy games that I've played, they've been hybrids. They've been like Rune Factory. I like Rune Factory. Guardians of Azuma. It's a hybrid cozy game. There's a lot of in-depth combat, but then there's also like farming and like relationships and stuff like that. Or like Persona. Persona is like also like a hybrid, you know, big, expansive turn-based RPG, but also, you know, go out and go bowling or go out and go to the movies and like, you know, sim type situation, right? Simulation game. So I've always only played hybrids. I've never played it like, and whenever I do play a straight up cozy game, it's just like Animal Crossing, you know, like that's the only one for the most part. So like I don't play, I mean, I've played Sims in the past and I don't like Sims. So OJ, will you play Soros in April? I'm thinking about it. I just don't know if I want to spend 70 on Soros. Not because it's not going to be good, but because I played Returnal, and like for me at least, 70 for like a rogue game is just, I don't know. Not that it's not worth that. It's just I spent 70 on Returnal and it's good. It's very good. It's one of my favorite PS5 games, but nah, not for that type of game. And I think Soros is going to review well. I wouldn't be surprised if it got a 90 Metacritic. I think it's going to review really well. I just don't think that I need to, you know, play a rogue game like, you know, like where you have to constantly just dive and like, you know, I don't feel like doing that for the 70. Wolverine, yes, I will be paying 70 for that day one. I'll be buying that 70, no questions asked. I'll be buying that. But Soros, I thought about it and I remembered how it was with Returnal, and I'm just kind of like, it's good, but I'm not sure, you know, for me. I mean, I'm part of Capcom's creator program, so they'll give me a review copy. I can get a review copy for Pragmata. But yeah, I'm more interested in Pragmata than I am Soros. Yes, I'm definitely more interested in Pragmata. That seems to be the game that I want to play more, because it's more built off of, you know, probably just like you beat the game and then like, you know, you get your regular upgrades and then you can replay. It's like Resident Evil in that sense. You know, it's not like I'm gonna die 5 million times and then, you know, finally be strong enough to beat the boss. Like I don't want to do that again. You know, Resident Evil, I think I died a few times, but there's replay value, you know, like, so. I'm not in love with Wolverine's design either, like his face and all that. But then again, that doesn't matter. I think you're going to be looking at him from his back anyway, so it doesn't really matter when you're clawing people up, you know, so that's going to be good. Are you going to play Fatal Frame 2? Maybe, but probably not. There's too many games. I'm highly considering Monster Hunter Stories 3. I mean, if you like Monster Hunter Stories 1 and 2, then 3 is a no-brainer, you know, if you thought those two games were good. Capcom created a new genre this year, the Protective Dad Simulator. I thought that's just a third-person shooter, right? But I mean, she helps you hack, so it's more than just, you know, being protective. But yeah, Pragmata looks awesome. Pragmata looks so good. I'm looking forward to Pragmata. I guess Saros is less roguelike than Returnal. It's still rogue though. It's still rogue. So I want to see more of it, and I'll pick it up at some point. I'll definitely buy it. I just don't know if I'm going to buy it day one, because once again, Pragmata is coming out that same month. So I think I'll probably just be okay with Pragmata. You know, and I'll probably try out Tomodachi Life, whatever. I'll probably try that game out just because it's so weird. But yeah, I think I'm good. And also, Crimson Desert is coming. I don't know if Crimson Desert is going to be a game that I buy and then I put off, or like what's going on with Crimson Desert. But I know that's the PS5 game that I know I want to play. You know. Let's see here. It seems like today's Twitter trend is quote tweeting your own tweet where you swear to the high heavens that you're not buying a Switch 2 in Pokopia, with the tweet of you buying a Switch 2 in Pokopia. I almost missed that comment, and that comment's really good, Jago. Yeah, like, no, you're right. That seems to be the Twitter trend that's getting all the likes. Is, yeah, quote tweet that you're not buying. I'm not buying a Switch 2 for one game. Then all of a sudden, welp, or thank you. You got a lot of these streamer girls that are just like getting Switch 2s bought for them, you know? I saw so many people just get Switch 2s, their community's just buying it for them. So, I mean, that's good. A lot of these like cozy girls that just come across my timeline that are, you know, algorithm-wise, because I've been liking a lot of posts. I mean, guys, girls, everybody, but a lot of cozy Animal Crossing players that are all of a sudden getting Switch 2s now. Their communities are buying them one, so that's cool. That's what community's about, you know. But no, he's not wrong. But that seems to be the move right now, to say that you're not buying it for one game. Obviously, your community sees that. What? You're not buying it for this? We wanted you to play it, and then all of a sudden, now you end up with one. It's a good move. It's a good move. I gotta be honest. It's a good move. I mean, if I was a cozy girl streamer, I'd do the same thing, bro. Why am I gonna buy that? My community will do it for me. So I think it's really just to get them to say, hey, rally the troops, get me my Switch 2. Hey, look, buy through hook or through crook, get that Switch 2 and enjoy, right? Ooh, yes, Adventures of Elliot looks very good. I'm looking forward to that. Pretty much rotating between Pokopia and Crimson Desert. When that comes out next week, oh, gosh, dude, I'm 100 hours into Xenoblade Chronicles. I just hit the 100-hour mark in that game. Just hit the 100-hour mark. Ugh. And I still got a lot more to do. I think I just beat chapter 7 a bit ago, so I'm doing a lot of side quests right now. So, and I'm very close to maxing out every single class in the game, at least before any spoiler stuff. But I'm pretty close to maxing out every of the base class that you can all see on the classes. I'm like one class away from mastering everything. I think I have like two more classes. I'm on a master class right now for like the partisan whatever eagle thing, like the javelin and the sniper rifle. So I gotta master that, and then I have like one more, and then I'm done. So yeah, I've been putting in work, man. Did Housemarque manage to release 2 games this gen? Crazy, they did. One at launch, or one a little bit after launch, the following year, and then one down at this point. So that's not bad for Sony's stuff. So, well, I don't know how big the success is going to be for Crimson Desert or not, but I mean, it could blow up. You never know. Steam, that could be a big place for that game. And PS5. Deported with the $2 dono says, it's 2026. You could be a cozy girl streamer if you... Oh, I am not touching that one with the 10-foot pole. Thank you for the $2 dono. I read it too as if it was a normal donation, and then it ended up being something that can get me canceled. One wrong move, and all of a sudden I have to turn into a grifter. One wrong move, and I have to turn into a grifter. Like the career move would be grifter. I'm like, well, I'm already there. I already said something crazy. Might as well just be on their side now. One wrong move with that, and I'm a grifter. Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you, Deported. I appreciate the $2 dono, bro. I appreciate that. Says ban Sicilian. Oh man. I'm patiently waiting for Nintendo to push for a fix for upscaling issues in Xenoblade X before I start working towards a full 100 completion. I beat chapter 13, 245 hours. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm playing it and I'm pretty sure it's there. I just don't see it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's there. I played it all day today too. Every time I'm with my friends, I'll keep flip flopping and saying they're not buying a Switch 2 for one game. Okay, maybe I'll buy it next payday. They get this game got people on a chokehold. Yeah, and there's gonna be more coming too. Next 3D Mario, Fire Emblem's coming up. You're gonna see all the hardcore JRPG guys say, "I'm not buying a Switch 2 for one game." Then all of a sudden, well, I bought it for Fire Emblem. Oh man. Almost got me. Nah, you can't catch me, bro. You can never get me. I've had people try to cancel me that way. I had some Smash Brothers content or Smash Brothers like a tournament organizer who ended up transitioning, and I think it was maybe a transitioned person. They tried to get me on like, oh, you didn't use my correct pronouns or something like that. I'm like, no, I said they because I had no idea because I didn't see their Twitter profile. And what's it called? Technicals put me in his video about that, about the whole situation with hacks. It was in that video or one of those videos. And like they tried to sit there and try to cancel me on Twitter. They're like, oh, you didn't use the I'm like, bro, stop. I didn't say bro though. I said stop. I said they because I have no idea because you guys have little tiny profile pictures. I don't know you guys. I don't know what you guys go by. Stop the cap, bro. Stop the cap. They tried too. They tried. It didn't work. You're misgendering me. I'm like, no, I did not misgender anything. I have no idea who you are. I have no idea. I'm like, oh, like you don't know who this person is. I'm like, nope. I'm like, if your name ain't Mango, if you ain't Armada, if you ain't Leffen, if you ain't one of the like, you ain't win no tournaments. I've never seen you win a major. Who are you? Like, I don't know who you are. Stop trying to act like people know you. Nobody knows you. Deport with the 2 says, Sicilian banned, gone forever. I know, seriously. Let's go. Some words might slip, bro. You gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Let's see here. I won't buy a game key card. Well, maybe just one. Yeah. I know Mandy was like shout outs to Mandy Lee Plays. Like she was like completely against game. She just bought the game digital. She's like, I ain't buying a key card. I'll buy it digital. Oh man. Facts. They try to make something out of nothing. Exactly, bro. Exactly. No, it wasn't Sam Sora. No. It wasn't Sam Sora. I know who Sam Sora is. It was a Melee person. It was a Melee player that's like in the New York scene or like in the hacks, his area, that apparently had done good at the tournaments there, but I've never seen them in any type of big tournament. I've never seen them like, you know, at Genesis beating Mango or beating Armada or beating, you know, PPMD or beating any of the tops, like beating Ken or any of the guys that were incredible at Smash, any of like the top player. I never saw that person do any of that. So don't talk about, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know who you are. Nobody. Okay, who are you? You don't know who I am? I don't know who you are. Trying to act like people know you because you won some tournaments in New York? Okay, good for you. You ain't never won anything national. You ain't never won anything like a major. I haven't seen you in a major. So that's what I told him. Like, I ain't never seen you in a major. Have you beat Mango? Have you beat Leffen? Have you beat Armada? No. Have you beat Mewtwo King? No. Then I don't know who you are. Stop acting like you're good. Melee people, the community is atrocious. Like, absolutely atrocious. Like, I can spend all day talking about it here. I have a video, though, with Triforce Johnson and with Wes. Go watch that live stream. Just look up Triforce Johnson, Wes, Super Smash Bros. Melee. I have a video talking more about some of the stuff. But that community is absolutely atrocious. Like, good for them. They're still figuring out ways to do what they got to do. But that community's completely garbage. I wanted to get WWE 2K25 because it was at 15 at my Walmart. Nice. They need to, I think you meant Grift or Gift Smash Bros. Tournament players deodorant. Okay, Gift. Yes, that's the age-old thing. Tournaments smell like bunk because Smash players just can't take a shower, right? That's the thing. When's the next direct? Is here at the Switch 2 FOMO will be crazy. LOL. Give the grifters a few months before they look silly. Like I said, the next direct will come when the next direct comes. You know, right now I'm playing games, so I'm okay. Now, if you're a Mario Zelda-er, where all you're looking for is the next Mario or Zelda game, then obviously you're probably in torture. But for me, I got tons of games to play, so I've got a lot. And plus, there's third-party stuff. You know, Pragmata, obviously really good. I need to play more Resident Evil. I need to play I need to do the replay value with that game. But I just don't have as much time because I have so many games to play. I still need to beat Xenoblade, playing Pokopia, a lot of good stuff. So, it's a bit crazy right now. A bit crazy. Yeah, bit haunting there. I'm a Mario guy and I'm not being tortured. I got stuff to play. That's true. That's true. You got Mario Tennis. You're a Mario Tennis guy as well. Smash community got to be the worst entire hobby. Changed my mind. There's definitely really bad communities out there. Like a lot of the like PC like League of Legends and like competitive shooter communities, Valorant can be outright like insane. So Smash is pretty bad, but there's definitely some that are really bad too. But Smash might be the worst. It could be the worst or one of the worst for sure. So let's see, not the Smash community as a whole, but the Smash Melee, yes. The Smash Melee community is worse than like the Smash like Ultimate community. Like, I guess if we're talking about like Melee, yes, that is the worst branch of the Smash community. Like, obviously 64 is a whole separate smaller community. That's not as bad. The new age community, that'd be like Smash Brawl. You can put them as pretty, like the whole Me Too thing or Smash 2 movement or whatever it was that summer. That can be looked at as some pretty bad stuff with the current Smash Brothers community. Melee community was also, there was like cross mixing between that. But I think that the worst part about the Melee community, not only did they have people that were in, you know, obviously like the greater Smash community and some problems with that with certain people, but also the hack situation. The hack situation, nothing like that's ever happened in the Smash Brothers community. The new Smash Brothers community, nothing like that's ever happened. That's the worst that I've seen, at least. So the hack situation is like the straw that broke the camel's back for me. I mean, it was already pretty bad. It was already kind of the camel's back was already kind of broken. But this one like leg dropped it off the top turnbuckle, like with a steel leg. It just turned everything even worse. Stories 3, I'll probably pick up Stories 3 at some point. Yeah, I'll play it at some point. As long as League of Legends exists, there won't be a worse community. Yeah, I've heard some pretty crazy things about League of Legends. Damn, you want Pokopia? Yeah. Guys, stop talking about Direct. Forget it. Forget about it. They'll never do it again. Mario Tennis Fever, Mario Kart World, RE9, Metroid Prime 4. Yeah, I'm good for a while. Yeah, I still gotta go. I haven't replayed any of those games. Like, I haven't finished all the content, and I still need to play Kirby more. Still need to do more. I have not done more of that. I still need to play Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. I've already beat everything, like the campaign and all that, but there's still a ton of extra content that I need to do. I still need to do maybe a bit more with Donkey Kong Bonanza. I still need to get back into Mario Kart World. Like, I have like infinite amount of games. Plus I still have a bunch of PS5 games that I can still play, that I have sealed, that I have not even opened. So if I really beat everything on Switch 2, like I still have PS5 stuff that I can go back into. I can get back into Clair Obscur Expedition 33, do like a new run of that. Like there's so much, man. There's so much that I can do. There's so many games. So Resident Evil hard mode is super hard, and it's not that fun. It really is. I tried it. It's pretty hard. It's not as fun. that is true. It's like one biting, like you're dead. Even like with like what I don't like about it is that it's not a true new game plus. It's like, oh, use the CP to buy weapons and to buy stuff. Oh, then when you go into the game, it's like, oh, you gotta buy the weapons too. You gotta have like enough stuff, like the thing, like to buy the weapons. It's not. They don't give you all of that. They don't give you like a lot of your stuff that you had from the previous play. It's like it's a really weird new game plus. I don't like it. Like the new game plus is not good. It's not as good as I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to have all my gear, all my stuff, everything, and then I can play it on hard. Okay, I got all my upgrades, everything's all there, but it's like segmented. Like some of it's there, some of it's not. And then like yeah, they put the little chests like everywhere where Leon is, but I don't have any point. Like it's not ideal. It's not ideal. I don't like it. Like if you're gonna do new game plus, do new game plus. Like I will say that I'm not a fan of the extreme, like the new game plus on Resident Evil. Now if I just played it like standard, but like maybe like the standard difficulty, but just like with the ink ribbon stuff, maybe I can do that and play it again. So yeah, Elliot is June 18th. Yes. We should host multiplayer gameplay streams between regular streams at this point. LOL, I know you're busy, no worries. Listen, we'll do it at some point. And if not, maybe I'll have it to where it's not on live, but like it'll be like a Sunday, like when I get some time, and like I'll just organize it in the Discord. And I mean, if it's not streamed, that's okay. We can at least just play a game, you know? I'm also far more relaxed playing multiplayer games not streaming than I am. I don't know, there's a difference there. So I think maybe that might be the move to just like where it's like, hey, look, if we're gonna have an event on this day, we come here on Discord on this day, and then we just play. So I think that, like I said, I'm just a bit more relaxed instead of streaming it, because I have to like look at the chat and like but on a multiplayer game, I don't have to do that. Like if it's offline, I can just play, you know, and we can just like voice chat and it'd just be fine, you know. So I'm thinking about doing that too, like picking a day where I don't have too much like in my off day, or like a Sunday or something, and we can just play it and just do it that way. Let's see. You have to rebuy them again and upgrade them again. That's what I'm saying. Like, what the hell is wrong? Like, yeah, the new game plus on Resident Evil is not good, dude. It's not good. It's not good. I don't like it. Let's see here. I was shocked to see you stream Pokopia the other day. I really catch your streams live. Yeah, I don't really stream too many games just because I don't really like streaming games like that too much. But yeah, I did stream it. But also I need you guys to do something for me. I need you guys to hit that like button. If you have not hit that like button, please hit that like button. Let me know that you enjoy this stream today. We still have a good amount of time left on today's stream. We still have about an hour left. So if you guys want to start gearing up for your questions, feel free to get me your questions. More than happy to talk about that. PS5 games. I talked about Crimson Desert, talked about Sorrows. So if you guys want some more PS5 games to talk about, let me know. Also discussing anything else. Obviously, Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. It's not a game key card. It's $60, and it's coming out May 21st. Some people fell for the fake. We're starting to do fake posts now, like to say it's a game key card. It's not, and it is $60. It's not 70. It's 60. So there's that too. So we can talk about anything like that as well. All right. Let's see here. What are the top 10 upcoming third-party games you'd say you want for Switch? I don't know. I'd have to go through and look at the list of third-party games. I don't know the whole list. Maybe that'll be something for a video that I do. I have a question. When are we getting a Nintendo Direct? Tomorrow morning. Watch it happen tomorrow morning, baby. I feel like people don't get Yoshi. People don't get Yoshi the Mysterious Book. It's more like a puzzle platformer. more like a puzzle platformer. It just looks like a platformer where you get buddies to help you out in the game. That's all it looks like. It's 2D platform with stuff like buddies that can help you out in the game. That's it. That's what it looks like. I don't think it's super complex or anything. Let's see. Did you hear that Ravens backed out of the Crosby trade? I did. We people talked about that at the beginning of the stream. Yeah, I guess he didn't pass the physical, so something's wrong with his knee or something's wrong with his ankle. Something's wrong. If he didn't pass the physical, something's wrong. So looks like he's gonna be a Raider until somebody else decides to not care about the physical, and just get him anyway. But something definitely seems wrong. June direct for sure. We don't know. Once again, we have to wait and see. Let's see here. Yoshi looks great. Still don't think it looks better than Yoshi's Story. That's the 64 game. I think it looks better than that game. That's just me. Let's see. If Nate hasn't said anything, then there's no direct. Nate doesn't say something until like the direct's about to happen. He doesn't give us direct plans like a month or 2 months or 3 months ahead of time. He always says it like a week before it happens, or like the week of that it's happening. He always says like right before. He doesn't give us like a long ahead of time hint. Did you know HD 2D Pokemon is like coming out soon for Switch 1? It's not like Power World clone, it's a proper turn-based called Lumintail. I don't know, I haven't heard about that yet. I have not heard about that. Justin with another $3 dono. Let's go. Justin, thank you for the 3.
I like multiplayer games sometimes, but man, I get into those antisocial gaming moods where I just want to game on my own.
Yeah, and that's what happens like when you work and like you deal with people at work. You come home and you don't want to deal with people again. And I love you guys. I deal with a lot of stuff at work. Sometimes when I'm done streaming, I don't want to deal with just random people, like more people. Because I'm already here. I'm talking to people. I have a good base on what people like, their likes, dislikes, with this and that. And I love that about you guys. That's great. Continue, you know what I'm saying? Agreeing, disagreeing, all that good stuff. But sometimes I just don't feel like dealing with that again, like multiplayer, or people going through voice chat or stuff. Like, I don't feel like dealing with that. I just want to play a game and just be in my own world, you know? And I'll also say this. I got multiplayered out, man. I mean, I was there at the beginning of multiplayer. Like online for consoles, obviously not PC, but I mean, I was there for PC, but I didn't have a PC that can do online multiplayer. But for consoles, I was there. I was there for like the real standardization of multiplayer, which was in the 6th gen. That's when multiplayer online, well, with the exception of the GameCube, it can do online, but it wasn't standard for the GameCube. I mean, there were a couple games like Phantasy Star, but 6th gen is like obviously the original Xbox and the Dreamcast. Obviously, there's the Dreamcast. That's when it was exciting to me. I wanted to play everything multiplayer. I was all into it. And that's what I did. I played Madden online. I played SOCOM online. I played Halo online. I played everything. I played Crimson Skies, the airplane game. I played everything online. You know, and in the 7th generation, 360, I played Rainbow Six Vegas. I played Gears of War online. I played Halo, more Halo. I played Halo Reach. I played all sorts of stuff. And by the 8th gen, I was burnt out. By the 8th gen, I was burnt out on online, with the exception of what I really, really like. So, Smash Brothers, Splatoon, that's about it, right? Just like, and like Pokken Tournament, like Pokken a bit, but I was burnt out. By the 8th gen, I'd already been burnt out, even to a degree with Switch 1 games, right? Like Mario Kart, I play Mario Kart. I will play Mario Kart online, but even that kind of got me burnt out a bit, right? So it's like, I got burnt out. I just don't feel like playing online a lot anymore, because I already did it for multiple generations, and I just don't feel like doing it, you know? I just don't feel like doing it like that. Also just announced a proper, also today, Temtem just announced a proper sequel. A lot of turn-based Pokemons are on my feed for some reason. Oh, okay, cool. Shout outs to Temtem. Bam Adebayo broke Kobe's record. What, of points in a game? Did he really? He scored more than what record was it? Oh, 83 points in a game. How the hell did Bam Adebayo score 83 points in a game? That's insane. How did you let Bam Adebayo score 83? He really scored 83 points in a game? I'm just looking on ESPN. Yeah, he broke second of all time. Second best of all time. Still Wilt Chamberlain, or no, was it? Yeah, Wilt Chamberlain has like 100 points or whatever, right? That's insane. The fact that they let Bam Adebayo score that many points. Hold up. I gotta see this. I gotta watch how this guy actually scored. He's like 30 years old. How did he score that? He was 20 for 43, and he had 40 or 36 field goal attempts. They could not stop him. He was literally unstoppable. I gotta see how he did this. They scored 150 points. He scored more than half of those points, it seems. I don't understand how they let Bam Adebayo. Of course, it was the Washington Wizards. They stink. So let me see if they do. They actually show the highlight of all the highlight. Do they actually show the highlight of like how he got 81 or that many points? Okay, yeah. I don't know if they like. If somebody can link me like where it just shows all of his baskets. This is just broken up. But that's insane that they let him score that many points. He's never been that type of scorer. Like Kobe, yes, but Bam Adebayo, that's insane. 20 for 43, so he only took 43 shots. That's not bad. He took 22 three-pointers. This isn't okay. This is stupid. Why is he taking 22 three-pointers? He only made 7 of his, so that's like what, 30%. He was 7 for 22, so that's under 30%. It's like 30 something percent. He was 36 for 43 on field goals. He took way too many threes, but you know, whatever. I don't know why he's taking 22 threes in the game. They were just letting him score 83 points. That's wild, though. That's crazy. Yo, that's it with the huge double Urubudos blast.
Set the limit breakers. Great evening, OJ. Hopefully all is well.
Let's go.
Good news. The picture slideshows are underway. It's coming out a lot more better than anticipated.
Yes, sir.
Request F-Zero GX any track.
Yes,
that
sir.
Cozy Pokemon game is gonna get a real high score.
Oh, yeah, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yo, thank you so much, Mr. Vincent. Thank you for the big $34.13, getting us to 117 on the board. Hey, yo. And you guys know what time it is. Combo break, further than beyond, and you know the limit breaker is here. Shoutouts, guys. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Shoutouts to Vats up becoming the Hokage and Stream Ninja. Actually, no, just the Hokage. Just the Stream Ninja. Justin still. What am I talking about? Justin still has the most there. But just with the 34, biggest singular donation of the stream. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, he was 7 for 22, so he like missed the large portion of them. It's not like he was hot all night. He was just jacking them up to get points. But shout outs to him though. Congrats to Bam Adebayo for his 83 point, beating the legendary Kobe Bryant. We'll probably never see somebody. I mean, we probably will see somebody score that many points, but that record's been around for a long time. The Wizards stink. Yeah, the Wizards absolutely stink. But I mean, Kobe did it against a trash team too. I think, what did he do it against the Raptors, or what was it? So at the time, the Raptors stunk or whatever. Seems like Crimson Desert on Series S will be 720p 40 FPS for performance and 1080p 30 FPS quality. That's not bad. That's pretty good. Do you think switch to port? I think that metaphor will be something extra, like how Atlas does Vengeance. Maybe. We'll see, Captain Kingston. We will see. We will see on that one. Kobe was 27 when he scored 81. Bam is currently 28. Okay, I thought he was 30. My bad. That's not bad. He's been in the league for forever. So is Kobe, though. Kobe has been in the league for forever, too, at that point. Rip the legend Kobe Bryant. Yes, sir. Rip the legend Kobe Bryant. That's a lot of points, though, man. 83 points? That's a lot of points, dude. I'm glad that I mean, records are meant to be broken, so I'm glad that he actually beat out Kobe's record. Not because I like to see Kobe's record get beat out, but it's just because we can talk about Kobe again, you know? Like, anytime that we can talk about Kobe and how great he was, I'm still sad Kobe passed away. Like, there's no reason for him to pass away. Like, he should have never been on that helicopter. It pisses me off. Him and his daughter and all those other people too. The other, like, the Mamba members, you know, the little Mamba team members, you know, little girl that he had and everything. Like, his legacy is one of his legacies, but his basketball legacy, that was like the baller. Out of all the girls that he had, I think he had 4 girls. That was the one girl that he had that was like, could be as good as him in basketball. And like, she passed away with him, so that's very unfortunate. His other daughters are too small. Then he has one daughter that's a model, so she doesn't play basketball. But she's super tall, but she doesn't play. So very unfortunate. But at the same time, everything's good from there. What's going on there? Rip goes on there, man. Rip. What's up?
Word needs to be it.
Hear what?
My child just said open.
Who?
My child
Open?
just said open.
Oh. The baby just said open.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. My wife was talking about my kid, my boy. My boy just said open. So he's learning how to talk and everything now. Hey, there you go. Hey, congrats. Nice. I'm gonna see if I can get him to keep talking and everything. Like, we've been trying to teach him, you know, and he's getting there. He's speaking. He's starting to say things. Now he's starting to say different words outside of mom and dad and stuff. So that's good. That's good. That is good. I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him. I don't think I started speaking till I was like 4 or something like that, or 5. I didn't start speaking till I was like, oh man. So that's good. So my wife had to come tell me. He said open. He said open. Oh man. He says open the door. I want to play Pokopia. Yeah, like that's. I can't wait till he gets older, because that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna just play a bunch of games together. Let me play some music over here. F-Zero GX. F-Zero. F-Zero GX. Music. All right. Thank you so much, Vadset, with the big 34. Anybody that's 34 or more, you can tie up or beat out Vadset on the board. Hey, yo, let's go, man. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate that. That really helps out a lot. 10 years old, LOL, is when OJ first started talking. Yeah, I was 10 years old. I was already in like 3rd or 4th grade. Did they say what Crimson Desert, Elias, did they say what the performance was going to be for Crimson Desert on the PS5 Pro? Did they say that? Rachel got my kid speaking when she was like 9 months. I mean, yeah, he watches Miss Rachel, but like every kid is like different when it comes to when they speak and stuff like that. My daughter started speaking real early. She started speaking like, she started saying things like at like probably like 10, 11 months. And she started talking full sentences like at two like full, like they weren't great sentences, but she started talking full sentences like when she was like 2.5 to 3 or something like that. So let's see here. OJ, he's gonna be a wide receiver yelling, "Open! I'm open! I'm open!" I don't know what he's gonna play. I'm gonna teach him how to play a variety of positions, and whatever position he like wants to play the most, then he can go into that position. But I'm going to teach him how to throw, so if he knows how to play quarterback, that's fine. I'm going to teach him how to play running back. I'm going to teach him how to play everything. I'm going to teach him how to play corner. I want him to be like, I want him to be like Travis Hunter. That's what I really want. Like, if I can like pick what I want him to be like, I want him to be an athlete. I want him to play receiver. I want him to play running back. I want him to play corner. And I want the team to use him in multiple different type of ways. Like, I don't want him to just have one set position. I want him to be like lots of different stuff. So then like, if he does get drafted, it's like, oh, he gets drafted as an athlete. He can play corner, he can play receiver, he can play running back, and like wherever he feels best at, like that's what they'll put him, you know. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna train him as like an athlete. He's just like an all around. He can play whatever. He can morph. He can play whatever position, you know. So that's what I'm gonna do. Let's see. They have a graphic that breaks down the performance on each system on Twitter. Okay, let me check that out. Let's see here. Crimson Desert. All right, here's the chart. Here we go. Oh wait, PC specs. Okay, here's the PS5 specs. Okay, here we go. Here's the PS5 specs and all that. So let me do this real quick. Shout outs to Vatset once again, man. That was awesome of you, man. Thank you so much. So right now with PS5, we've got base PS5. We've got 1080p. Okay, it can run at 1080p 60 FPS with VSync and VRR. Nice. With ray tracing low. That's not bad. So I told you, base PS5 is strong, man. Like, it's pretty good. A base PS5 can play this game at 1080p 60 frames per second with VSync VRR and with low ray tracing. That's good. PS5 balanced mode gets you 4K scaled up from 1080p with 40 FPS. That's not bad either. Quality mode gets you 4K scaled up from 1440p. FSR3 with 30 FPS with VSync. Okay. So PS5 with ray tracing high. That's probably going to play like trash though. To be honest, like whenever they do like that weird upscaled FSR 30, it makes it look like molasses dookie. So you're better off just using the performance of the balance mode. PS5 Pro. So you're going to get performance-wise. Oh, hold up. Let me get Casual Noob with the $3 dono here. Let's go. Thank you for the 3.
OJ just got here, been hooked playing Pokopia. When the next official direct happens, I gotta have 2 YouTube streams playing yours and Nintendo Land because I want to see a Mario superfan wet themselves. Lol, his videos are cringe but funny.
Yeah, I'll take your word on that. I don't watch, so I'll take your word. Thank you for the $3 dono. PS5 Pro. Thank you for the 3 though. I appreciate you, Casual Noob, for real. PS5 Pro upscaled 4K from 1080p. Okay, ooh. Okay, okay, you got the upgraded the PSSR though. That's good. 60 FPS. Okay, it's nothing above 60 FPS on PS5, and that's fine. For performance mode, that's good. That's fine. Hopefully that PSSR comes into clutch there. Balanced 40 to 48 FPS VRR, upscaled from 1440p, and then the quality mode is 4K 30 FPS VSync, ultra ray tracing. All of it's ray tracing high, ray tracing, ultra ray tracing. You don't need all that on PS5 Pro. This is what I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play it on performance. I'm just gonna play it on performance. That's all I need. All right, Xbox Series S. Ooh, lower resolution for the. Oh, Xbox Series S. Okay, yeah. 720p, 40 FPS VSync. Ray tracing off. 1080p, 30 FPS. That's fine for a Series S. That's not bad. That's not bad at all for a system that was like $300 at launch. That's not bad. 720p, 40 FPS. 1080p, 30 FPS. That's fine. For like I said, for that system. Xbox Series X, 1080p, 60 FPS. Ray tracing low. It's pretty much the same as the PS5, yeah. It's the exact same as the PS5. The base PS5. The quality, everything's the same. So, there you go. But yeah, you need an HDMI 2.1. You need VRR compatible display to get that variable refresh rate. The PC specifications, graphics minimum, GeForce. Okay, you can play it. You can play at 1080p 30. I mean, you can play it at with the GTX 1060. You can play with the 1660. Look, you get 60 FPS. You can get 60 FPS with the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2080. That's good. You can get 60 FPS with the whoa, okay. 1440p 60 FPS with the 4070. God dang. And then I got a 3080. So where does mine fall into place? Somewhere in between here. Because I got a 3080, even though I'm buying it on PS5, so it doesn't matter. But I guess it's gonna be somewhere in between here, between these two. And then 4K 60 if you have a 5070 4K 60, 16 gigabytes of RAM. I got 32. 150 gigabytes SSD required. Ooh. So 150 gigabytes SSD required. So there you go. There you go. Crimson Desert. All the specifications. There you go. Let's see here. I just need concrete specs for Crimson Desert on base PS5. I don't mind 1080p at lock 60. Yeah, that's what it's gonna be. It's probably gonna be 1080p. Might be probably not locked, but it'll be good. Might use balance on the PS5 Pro, make the VR smooth. Yeah, that might be the way to do it. Although if you have a PS5 Pro, just do the performance mode. Test out the PSSR. Just do that. You'll be fine. Why worry about the VRR with the 40 to 48 FPS for the PS5 Pro? Just play on performance and hope that the PSSR is awesome, right? I think it should be good. If they should be good. Playing from 1080p upscaled with PSSR, look at what DLSS is doing. I mean, obviously it's not going to be as good as DLSS, but I mean, if it's even a fraction as good as DLSS, then just playing on performance will be fine. You're going to get more frames and you're going to get a good, it's going to look clean on your TV. Unless your TV's like 100 inches or something like that. But if it's like a 55 to 60 inch TV, just play on performance. I'll be playing on base PS5 performance while the specs are more than enough for me. Yeah, base PS5. Yeah, it's ray tracing low, 60 FPS with VRR or VSync and 1080p. That's fine. Let's see. PS5 Pro is actually decent value for the performance. Yeah, it's not bad. Once again, it's not bad. It's just everything's just getting super expensive, you know. I would have just been, like I said, if I didn't kick my PS5, I would have been just fine with the base PS5. I would have been completely fine playing Crimson Desert at 1080p 60, you know, with VRR. It would have been fine. There's no issue. So. You'll try both, yeah. Try both, see how it works out for you, you know? Do you watch RDC World? And have you seen the video on video game developers spending a ton of money on games and getting outdid getting outdid by a simple looking game? I don't watch RDC World much. I know he does a lot of stuff, but I don't really watch it too much. So. I have a 1440p monitor, so I don't benefit much from 4K. 1080p looks great on the monitor. Yep. 1440p monitor is great. I mean, I do have a 4K OLED monitor, but I mean, it's 27 inches, so I don't know how much the 4K helps out, but it looks awesome on my TV. Like, I'm telling you, Resident Evil looked incredible. I mean, it looks incredible on my OLED here, but it looks incredible on this monitor as well, like on my PS5 Pro. Also, Resident Evil looked incredible on my monitor on my Switch 2, so it's like, so actually I think the Switch 2 probably benefits a little bit more being on my smaller monitor than being on my TV with certain games. Hey, what's up, Paul Gale? Welcome, man. How you doing today? Shout outs to Paul Gale. Make sure you guys go subscribe to the Paul Gale Network channel. He's awesome. He is awesome. If you guys have not hit that like button too, if you have not hit that like button, hit that like button. Let them know that we are streaming. Got about 30 minutes or so left on this awesome stream today. Shout out to all the support today. Big love to Justin and big love to Vadsent. Super supporters today, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Seriously, let's go. Video call how game developers feel when a simple game blows up. Super funny. If you ever get a chance, you should check it out. I'll probably run into it on Twitter or something like that. So that's usually how I run into his videos. Justin with another 3. Let's go.
Do you think some people play through games too fast?
Some people do, yeah. I think some people do. I think some people are just, they don't really like games that much, so they never have anything to play. Because they're only looking for like 1 or 2 games that they only really like. But they like to talk about games a lot. So I think that's also another problem that we have too, you know. How many excited for Invincible Season 4? I am very excited for Invincible Season 4. When does that go down? What do you think of Kiwi Talks and Prime's recent statement today about Switch 2's first half 2026? That's their opinion. I mean, I commented on it. That's their opinion. Kiwi Talks is like a Mario Zelda and like Metroid. All he plays is like Mario, Zelda, or Metroid. So I mean, most of the time he's not gonna have something to play on Nintendo systems because he does not like most of Nintendo's games. He only likes Mario, Zelda, and Metroid. Those are the only 3 franchises he likes. So that makes sense. He's not gonna like a lot of the stuff that comes out, so that's fair. When it comes to Prime also the same thing. Like, he's not a Mario Zelda, but he doesn't like the stuff that's coming out right now. He doesn't like Pokopia, it's not his game. He already played Xenoblade, he said that. He doesn't like Tomodachi, or he doesn't like Yoshi, doesn't seem to be like maybe his thing, or that's more like a casual game or whatever, right? And like Xenoblade X, like I said, he already played that. And Animal Crossing, that came out earlier, whatever. He already played Super Mario Bros. Wonder. So yeah, he doesn't feel like that lineup's good, and that's fine. That's fine too. The only funny thing is that I told him, I agree. All I said to him was like, oh yeah, I understand. Like, you don't really like Xenoblade X, or you don't really like Xenoblade. But then he said, no, I do like Xenoblade. He said he 100%ed it on the Wii U, and I'm like, oh, okay. I don't ever hear him talk about Xenoblade. I never heard him say that he beat Xenoblade 1, 2, and 3. So I didn't know he was actually a big fan of Xenoblade. I mean, I don't know if he's even beat those games. Maybe he has. I'm not sure. But he never talks about like the story or anything like that I hear of when it comes to. But apparently he likes it, so that's my bad. That's my bad on that one. But yeah, and plus, even if he did like it, he already beat the game, so it doesn't make sense for him to play it again if he doesn't care, right? So what else was I gonna say? So yeah, it's not gonna be for everyone. That's why there's third-party support. That's what I said. I said, yeah, I get it. It's not for everyone. That's why there's Monster Hunter Stories 3. That's why there's Pragmata. That's why there's, you know, Resident Evil. That's why there's all these other games that are coming out, right? That's why there's like 007 that's coming out. There's a bunch of other games that are coming out, and that's why you need third-party support. Because if they release a bunch of games and you're not into any of those games, then you can play something else, you know? You can still not like the lineup, and I get it. It's not the greatest lineup ever. No, it's not, for sure. There's still games coming out, though. We still got Yoshi. We still got, obviously, Pokopia just launched. That's huge. It's becoming big. I like the game a lot. Clearly, I mean, obviously, Tomodachi, that's a Switch 1 game. The Switch 2 edition of Mario Bros. Wonder, which looks to be awesome based off of what I saw, at least. So that's not the great, like, there's no Mario or Zelda game, you know. There's no big Mario or Zelda game. But usually for the first half, following a lineup for the year, Nintendo usually doesn't have anything massive in the first half of the year. Even if you go back to the Switch 1, what were the big games? I mean, you had Kirby Star Allies. You had, what else did you have? You had Mario Tennis. I think that was summer, right? Mario Tennis. What else did you have? I don't even remember. There wasn't anything super crazy. So there's more games now, and now we actually have third-party games. Unlike the Switch 1, where there was a limited amount of third-party games, now we actually have a lot of third-party games coming out. So if you don't like what Nintendo's putting out, play third-party games. If you don't like third-party games that are coming out, then obviously you can just play PS5. There's Crimson Desert. There's other stuff to play. So there you go. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm not into Pokopia and Tomodachi Life, but I'm chilling, to be honest. Well, you're into Mario Tennis, so you got Mario Tennis. You know, and yeah, Nintendo had Mario Tennis as well. So you got your Mario Tennis, so you did get that. So else to Frederick C with the $20 dono. Yo, let's go. And he says, how's it going, OJ? Man, I don't have a PS5, but man, but I have an M4 Max, and I'm thinking of getting Crimson Desert there, but not sure. I never play PC though. Hopefully it comes to Switch 2. Kiwi Talk said a couple months ago. I mean, looking at the Xbox Series S specs, they can definitely make it like probably like 720p, 30 FPS, or maybe make it upscale to 40 FPS with VRR portable mode. They could, I think they could. They can probably do that, but it would need some optimization for sure. It would definitely need some optimization. There was some rumors. There was a GameStop post and listing that it was coming, so it might be coming down the line, but we'll see. So yeah, I'm not joking, but I beat all games except Pokopia and Mario Tennis, so there's not a lot to play. You beat all games but Pokopia and Mario Tennis. Well, those are the games that came out this year. And like I said, you don't play, like, I don't know if you play Resident Evil. You don't play, I mean, Monster Hunter Stories 3. I don't think you're playing Pragmata. You're not playing 007. So there's a bunch of games. There's way more games in the world with the Switch 1. But tell me all the games that you were playing with Switch 1 that Nintendo was releasing in the first half of 2018. Felipe, let me know. What were all the big third-party games? What were all the big first-party games in the first half of 2018 that you were playing? Let me hear it. The floor is yours, Felipe. The floor is yours. Let me hear the games that you were playing, that Nintendo was releasing, that were incredible games first half of 2018, or any system actually, after the launch year. All the incredible games that were coming out in the first half that were exclusive, big first-party games. Go ahead. Let's hear it. Oh, exactly. So give me anybody that's had incredible first half with a bunch of exclusives that you were playing. Exactly. There's not much. So play third-party games, or play the games that you didn't play, or just not have anything to play. Just be bored. I mean, those are your options. Either you play what's coming out. If you don't like those games, then play your backlog. If you already played everything, then just be bored. Then be bored then. I don't know what to tell you. Then be bored. Don't play anything. Or go out for a walk, touch grass, do something else. So just be bored. Go to work, make money, work on a side hustle, start a YouTube channel, start grifting. I don't know. Do whatever you need to do if there's nothing else to play. What's up? Action Jackson says, hey, I'll have any DKC Tropical Freeze Switch port slider 2018. That was 2018. Yeah, there was a port. Okay, I totally forgot about that. But yeah, I mean, obviously, we got that here too with the Switch 2. We got a free update for returns. We got multiple different updates. Obviously, Xenoblade with Animal Crossing, Mario Bros. Wonder Switch 2. So we got a bunch of updates too, but yeah. Let's see here. There's one first-party game a month. I don't understand the problem. The problem is that people don't get what they want, so therefore there's nothing. If you don't get what you want, therefore it's not relevant. So therefore there's nothing. So therefore you're upset. That's the problem. You didn't get what you wanted. He was playing Fortnite. That's probably what he's gonna be playing if there's no other games to play. He's not playing Monster Hunter Stories. He's not playing Resident Evil. I don't know if he played Resident Evil or not, but he's not playing Pragmata, not playing Monster Hunter Stories, not playing 007, not playing Yoshi, not playing Pokopia, not playing Mario Tennis. Not, I mean, all there really is to play is, I don't know, Fortnite or something. Fall Guys. That's all there is. Indies have been coming in clutch, so they all run smooth as hell down on Switch 2. Last gen, it was a hit or miss. Oh yeah, last gen was hit or miss when it comes to it. Last gen was hit or miss. Says, not gonna lie, Crimson Desert on Switch 2 will probably be an awful port. We don't know about that, man. People said that Resident Evil or some of these other games that were coming out on Switch 2 would be awful ports. They actually ended up being pretty good. So people said that The Witcher 3 was going to be like an awful worst port, and it's not incredible, but it's not terrible for what the Switch 1 was. So I don't know. I'm not sure. We definitely got way more for Switch 2. DKC Returns HD update was just as hype. Depends on, I guess, how much you like that game, right? Well, they can remain upset. I'm content with lineup and willing to try new stuff. Like, that's what I said. If you're upset with the lineup, then be upset. Make videos. Be upset. Make ad revenue. Complain. Don't buy anything. Don't play any games. Go outside. Touch grass. Like I said, play old games. Play your backlog. Do whatever you need to do. I hope you feel better. I'm not gonna have any sympathy for people who can't find games to play. Like, that's stupid. You're an adult. If you can't find anything to play, go work out. Go, like I said, go get a new hobby. Go join a running club. Go pass the time some other way. You know, there's plenty of things. As an adult, you should always have something to do. So if you don't have any games to play, then go do something else. Random thought, but do you remember Morphe's Law multiplayer indie game back from the Switch? Oh man, we had to hype up stuff like that, didn't we? When you don't get stuff like Resident Evil, when you don't get stuff like Pragmata, when you don't get stuff like 007, when you don't get stuff like that, you got to talk about Morphe's Law, bro. Oh god. I don't know why you don't remind me. Don't remind me, party man. Do not remind me, bro. Do not remind me. Yeah, unfortunately, we hyped that up. They tried to make it look lit, though. They tried, bro. Hold up. Is that game even still, like, running? Morphe's Law Switch. Morphe's Law Remorph? What the hell is that? RGT 85, Morphe's Law. For Nintendo Switch, should you buy it? RGT 85. Oh my god, we gotta watch RGT's video on it.
What is up, guys? RGT85 here, and today on the channel we're actually really been looking forward to, and that is Morphe's Law on the Nintendo Switch. Now, this was a game that was announced quite a while ago for the Nintendo Switch, and it was a game I've had my eye on, and now it has finally come out with a stealth release on Monday the 20th. It just pretty much came out of nowhere, and you know, here it is. So Morphe's Law has been released for the Nintendo Switch.
Oh yeah.
I bought it this morning. It retails for $19.99, and I have some things to say about the game. Let's get into what the game. I'm almost leveled up. You can also unlock different specs and things for your character, so that's pretty cool. You know, beef up your character a bit,
Luchadors
make
out
them
here.
suited to your needs, and then of course you have the shop.
Karate
here.
Kids.
As you can see, I have 650.
I just want to get into the gameplay.
Of course, have motion different sort of things. Basically, just killing the other people and trying to get that very Western. You have a little button.
Takes him 5 minutes to get into any of the gameplay. God dang. Who's Solar Man? RGT?
I don't know. So the main thing is, like, your character, based on different sizes, can go in different areas. But like, see this is janky. Like, why is it doing that? You have a little butt boost that you can do.
Yeah,
as well.
this is crusty
I'd
as.
say my main beef with this game is it just doesn't feel like super smooth. Like, it feels a bit janky, and I wasn't
Yeah,
sure,
it's a $20 indie
if
game.
that was just, you know, the online match wasn't running all that good.
$20
or what,
indie
but it
game on
just
Switch,
feels a
on the
bit
Switch
janky
One.
at times, and it's like, I don't know, with so many games right now on the market. You know, you've got games like Splatoon 2, you've
That's
got
true.
games like Doom, you've got free games like Fortnite and Paladins.
That's
this
true.
is a $20 game. So
Okay,
it's
no, what
kinda
RGT
like,
said
I don't
was
know, I
true.
expected-
Because
and
those
the game
games
is-
were all way better. Splatoon, you had 60 FPS that ran good, looked good. Paladins, we played Paladins on the channel. That was also good. Paladins was also very smooth. I mean, the resolution wasn't incredible, but it wasn't bad. It used big, chunky, kind of like Overwatch art style. So you had, Overwatch wasn't out on the Switch at that time, but I think Paladins was 60 FPS on the Switch 1 before it went out. So...
been heavily delayed as well. You know, it's a game that a lot of people were expecting to come out pretty early in the Nintendo Switch's life cycle, and I think that was a fair assumption. But I don't know. It feels like, you know, they almost like rushed it to get it out because it's been delayed so much. And it just doesn't really.
This is trash, bro. I can't. I think that's why I never played it, bro. I saw the reviews. I saw people talk. I think I watched RGT's video even back then. I saw the reviews. I saw people talking about it. And I'm like, this doesn't look actually good. You know what I'm saying? Like, this looks bad. Was there ever like a I heard Morphe's Law Remorphed. Was that actually like a real thing? Like, did that actually come out? Man, there's Splatoon, Fortnite. Why do people play this? You meant Fortnite. Yeah, the characters look jank. The game looks jank. I mean, like, the Switch 1 was just it was kind of just like a crusty system, but obviously, like, if you didn't know what you were doing, like, if you couldn't optimize like the Splatoon devs, obviously they don't have the money that the Splatoon devs have, or they don't have the money like Paladins devs had, you know. Oh, I remember Mr. Shifty. Did you watch my video on Mr. Shifty, Felipe? Go watch my video on Mr. Shifty. Go watch it. If you haven't seen my video on Mr. Shifty, go watch it. I make some interesting jokes in that video. Nothing offensive, but just interesting jokes. I remember playing it and being just sad, yeah. Because you were looking for Call of Budget. That's what you were looking for. You're looking for Call of Budget. Yo, shout out to Frederick. Thank you for the $20 dono, though, man. I appreciate that. Yo, combo breaks. We actually have a chance, guys. We still have some time. If we got a chance for 150 overclocks on the combo breaker. Platinum and a half. Thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate that. This looks like a PS1 or PS2 game. I mean, it doesn't look as bad as a PS1 game. It looked way more jank than that. But yeah, PS2, yes. You did not? Go watch my video on Mr. Shifty. Go watch my video. So remember the leak of Delfino and Super Mario Odyssey, which never came to be? Thanks, Ninmar. Did you play Super Mario Odyssey? I call RGD smack and pause because he's always smacks his lips, then gives you a long waiting pause. Do you remember Lost Reavers on the Wii U? I do. Did you watch my video on Lost Reavers on the Wii U, Felipe? Did you? That game was trash. That was like the only Japanese support we got, bro. Like Wii U had no Japanese support. Let me see if I can find Lost Reavers. This is a bad time period, guys. This is a bad time period. This is a bad time period. Oh my goodness. Bro, y'all gotta see this game, bro. Y'all gotta see this game. This... Hold up. This is what we're dealing with. This was the third party, guys. You want third party? You got it on Switch, on Wii U. Felipe talking about there's nothing to play. This was the this is 3 years in, by the way. This was a beta 10 years ago. In September of... We're going on 3 years of the Wii U. 3 years, and this is the type of game that we're getting. 3 years. And a beta. A beta for a dead system. Look at this crap, man. Like a PS2 game. Look at this. This is so... Wait, why is it all in Japanese? Wait, was there no English? Did I not play the English version? Was this on my this was on my Japanese Wii U. I have a Japanese Wii U, like, cause like there was, of course the Wii U was region locked. Of course it was. So I think I was playing this on my Japanese Wii U. I don't remember. I like to push these times out of my mind. This game was terrible. I played it one time. It looks interesting. It looks interesting, but it's actually terrible. It was like a live service game. Like a live service, like, multiplayer game, almost. But no, it's actually terrible. There's Barrett. I should have been him. Of course, he has a bunch of guns. This game was terrible, bro. Terrible. I played it one time and I was like, yeah, I'm out. Like I said, this was 3 years into the Wii U's life. Going November, so September, October, 2 months later, and it's the what's it called? It's the 3-year anniversary. But by this time, the Wii U was already done. I lost a lot of my audience too. My audience at after E3 2015, I stated that Nintendo gave up on the Wii U. And my audience got so mad at me because they felt that Nintendo did not give up on the Wii U, that they had games. And I was like, dude, they've clearly given up on the Wii U. They didn't announce any price cut. They didn't announce any super exciting games. They ended up like with the Mario, like they were playing like Mario, they like like, no man, no. Look at this. Look at this. It's as blocky and as chunky as it looks. It's not fluid at all. It sucks, dude. Oh, there, I finally used my gun. But it's as blocky and as chunky as it looks. It really is not great. And like, you gotta carry this bag to zones. It sucks, man. It sucks. I don't know if this game's even preserved, to be honest. Can you even play it anymore? I don't think you can. It was so bad I didn't even want to talk. Timu No More Heroes. No More Heroes doesn't have guns, but let's see. I was mad at people angry in E3. Felipe, you were 5 years old at E3 2015. What were you? You were angry about not having the right Capri Sun in Mexico. What are you talking about? What do you guys got there? The one with the crazy looking what do you guys drink? What's that awesome? Oh man, I used to drink that. My friend Jorge, his mom used to bring. What's that stuff y'all be drinking in Mexico? Like the kids drinks, with the crazy looking duck on the cover, or whatever. You were upset that you didn't get that crazy duck juice that they have over there, bruh, or orange juice with the duck on the cover. You weren't mad at this. You watched it live. What you watching on? You watching on your Leapfrog tablet? What you watching on, Felipe? Yeah, the Loca juice. That stuff. My friend Jorge, his mom used to bring him food, and she used to bring it, and she used to bring extra for us too. She'd be like, "Oh yeah, here you go." That sounded like Mario. She doesn't sound like Mario, but still, y'all know what I mean. And we used to drink that stuff in college. She liked me. She was cool. You barely remember this game? Then Mario, you don't even remember if Sunshine, if Delfino Plaza was in Mario Odyssey. Of course, we ain't gonna remember this. I don't even know what I'm doing. Look what am I even doing, bruh? All right, oh, did I actually play online with people? Okay, I think I did. All right, here we go. Yeah, this game sucks, dude. These graphics are literally PS2 graphics. Like, it's literally PS. It's like not even like. I mean, it's like a little bit better than PS2. It doesn't seem much better than PS2. The environments are better than PS2. Like, the detail in the environments are better. Like, the resolution's maybe a little bit better. But it's very close to the PS2. That's what we have to deal with, man. So, on the Switch 2, instead of playing stuff like this, we're not even in the first year. We're not even in the first year. And we've got Pragmata that is 5 billion times better than this. We've got Resident Evil, which is 1 billion times better than this. We've got Monster Stories, even with the frame rate issues, it's 1 billion times better than this. We've got 007 that's coming out, which is 1 billion times better. Like, it's not even close. So when I hear people say we've got nothing to play, I just want you guys to remember this is what we had to deal with the Wii U. And don't get me wrong, Wii U did have some good third-party games at the beginning. So we got Splinter Cell Blacklist, so that was solid. So I want to make sure that I'm fair. We did get Splinter Cell Blacklist. We did get 2 Call of Duty games. We did get Call of Duty Black Ops. We did get Call of Duty Ghost. Ghost is not very good, but Black Ops 2 is good. We did get those. We did get, Darksiders 2. We did get Mass Effect 3. So there were some solid, shooting, action, and adventure games on the Wii U at launch and a little bit afterwards. We got Need for Speed. We did get some stuff. But let's just be real here. This is what you had to deal with. A lot of the time, there'd be no support. There was no Japanese games, bro. There was no Japanese games. Like, we got Lego City Undercover. Like, we got Monster Stories 3. Again, I mean, it's a port. It's like a enhanced version of, like, the Wii game, but... This is not ideal. Lost Reaver. I did one stream. I never streamed that game again. I said, yeah. I said, I'm out, guys. I said, I'm out. I said, I'm done. I'm out. I'm I'm not streaming this crap ever again. I want to see what the people were saying, like in like the comment section. What people were saying. It got 8.5k views 10 years ago is pretty good for me. Sometimes I still get 8.5 views now. So hold up here. Lost Reavers. Ah, man. That was intense. Looks good. Looks fun. Everyone say that looks fun. Yeah, but, nah, man. Nah. Yeah, it's just for a free-to-play title. It's, meh. So, yeah. I had some people backseating me telling me I didn't pick up the treasure at one part. The game just sucked, man. It just sucked. Round of applause for those 10 games. I know, like the Wii U had like, there was like 10 games, and like all of them sold like garbage too. All of them none of them put up good sales numbers too. That was the worst part. Like the best selling third-party game at the beginning was like Zombie U. Like that's the only third-party game that even moved a little bit, and even then Ubisoft was like, yeah, it's not that great. Sales aren't that great, so yeah, it was whatever. But it is what it is. Dark times, but still, you learn from the dark times. But all right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up here. I want to say thank you to everybody that came out to today's stream. I appreciate it. But what I really like, if you guys can do me a solid, honestly, if you guys can really just do me a solid, if you can hit the like button here, but I need you guys' help. There's gonna be a beg. All right, guys, I need you guys to please, if you can't support the stream, no, I'm not doing that. I need you guys to head over to my video today. YouTube buried it in the algorithm very early. It never really got a chance to really shine, and I don't know why. It just got buried in the algorithm. It got buried in just like the videos that people were doing today. It's making a little bit of a comeback, but if you guys can head over there and watch the video, that'd be great. A little bit low reviews. If you guys can hit the like button, hype the video, and drop a comment. I talk about Pokopia stuff, and I talk about Yoshi. And I talk about some other stuff too. So if you guys can check out my video, that would be great. I would really appreciate that. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching today's watching the stream today. But head over to the link that I just put. That is my most recent video. Give it a like, drop a comment, and just like I said, conversate with the not online on my streams people as well. So all right, guys. Love y'all so much. Shout outs to everybody that helped out today. Thank you for the big donos. Mr. Frederick coming in here. Justin, Casual Noob, Vadsent. Thank you guys so much. You guys were all incredible today. Unless something crazy happens tomorrow, I'm going to take a day off. I'm going to help my boy continue speaking. I'm going to relax. I'm going to probably go get some ice cream with the wife. Going to go maybe get something to eat. We're going to have a relaxing day, and I'm going to play some games. I'm going to just chill tomorrow for my sanity. I'm just going to relax tomorrow with the family. Like I said, I think my wife, she needs a break too, because she's been doing a lot of studying. She's been doing a lot of work herself. So we all need like a little bit of a break. I'm going to go see my mom. Just going to relax tomorrow. But if you guys, like I said, unless something crazy happens, I'll wake up early. And if nothing crazy's happened, like at 6 or 7 a.m., 6, 7, I'm going straight back to sleep. You know, I'm going straight back to sleep. So yeah, so we'll probably no stream tomorrow. But we'll be back Thursday for Famitsu, Pokopia, and Friday. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, watch the vids in the meantime. I will have a video tomorrow, though. I should have a video tomorrow. Like I said, but I might not. I might just take a full real day off, like where there's no video, there's no none. But we'll see. But I got a lot of content for you guys already, so watch some of the other videos if you need something to watch. So yeah, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, Lost Reavers is done, gone for forever. All right, guys, love y'all so much. Thank you for the support. Thank you guys for being awesome. Go check out my video. Let's see. You know it's bad when Nintending is sourcing Tripster. Hold up, real quick. Nintending sourced Tripster. He sourced Tripster. That's when you know it's bad. That's when you know it's bad. Wait, what? Chrono Rig, real quick before I go, what did he source Tripster on? Why? What would you need to source Tripster on? For what? If you can let me know real quick while you guys head over to my video, I'm gonna talk to Chrono Rig real quick. What did he source Tripster about? Thank you, SK Massive, for watching my video. I appreciate that, brother. You've been around for a long time. Thank you. What was the reason there? If you can tell me in a very quickly before I bounce. I need to have a good day off. And I mean, this is gonna make me, I'm still gonna have a good day off. But I mean, like, has he fallen that low to where he's gonna source, like, literally, that dude's insane. Like, he gets community noted and corrected all the time. That dude's like absolutely like insane. But yeah, that's how you know things are bad. That's how you know that you've ran out of juice. You ran out of actual juice. Is like you're sourcing that schizo. He's like a crazy Steam Deck Sony schizo. That's why he won't debate too. I mean, anybody who sources Tripster does not want to actually have a real conversation about video games, like a legit conversation about video games. Anybody that sources that guy, you know. So yeah, that's weird. Anyway, if you guys can let me know later, I'm not sure if Chrono Rig is gonna type it out, so maybe he doesn't know exactly. I think somebody else probably said it. So, all right, guys, love y'all so much. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys for being awesome. Thank you guys for being incredible. And we will see you. Go over to my video though. Really, honestly, hit the like button here and then go over to my video. Seriously, go over to my video if you haven't seen it. Thank you guys so much for watching though.